last game he was saying I was on my first term.
I have an
Republic.
African secession movement that's at 99%, so as soon as you untake, my country is gonna explode.
Wait, who has an African succession?
Who else do you think?
Hey, Spain. Where is that to? Where's the African movement?
So 4 of my 5 remaining
Who was supposed to head lead for Stellaris sometime? I knew that, but what? Someone said he got pushed off of it. Like, why'd that happen? Yeah, Stellaris is an amazing game. I fucking love Stellaris. The 2x stretch of Stellaris development was pretty bad. I don't remember that. I mean, they did those really radical changes in the beginning, which I don't know if I agreed with, but they weren't horrible. There were a couple not great DLCs in the beginning, too, to be fair. But, like, whoever said that, though, did he actually get pushed off of it? Or was it just, like, they changed, like, people in charge kind of thing? Also, thank you for the follow, Ting6, if you're still here. I don't think I ever said anything. Apologies.
in Andalusia, since there's only 20k pops left in that region.
Yeah, I should have...
Done stuff. What did you
like,
do to my country, by the way, Hastings?
You didn't send a save request, I forgot.
I swear I did. I'm fairly sure I sent in that's one that said fix my country.
Yeah.
Poor Spain.
Fucking
Yeah, I should,
goddamn.
sorry, but your country is so effed that I would have to like go into the save game files to actually fix it at this point.
that when we do the meeting or the discussion of rules, I do think that there needs to be a thing that limits or locks multiculturalism.
Yes.
We're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna need to make laws of enforcement principles, and we're also gonna be changing like with the mod update to make actually have like multiculturalism won't just be good anymore. We're gonna give it actual like bad things.
Yes. Like it's going to raise like I think raising like social like limiting like reducing social cohesion and like with the majority population being like angry and perhaps lynching and stuff like that.
You're always welcome to use the suggestion channel, Hastening.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it just a boost to radicals from drops in standard living would make sense.
That's the main one we're gonna do, yeah.
Yep.
We already have it.
I think like if you look at like the US with like federal laws in the South trying to like more or less pass multiculturalism as a law. If you like,
I think America's learned more about assimilation than multiculturalism. I don't know how you would be able to split the 2 kinds of tax.
Yeah.
Like an assimilation focused and then like a multiculturalism focused.
But I mean if you look like at in the South when you try to end discrimination and Jim Crow, all the social problems in the South would be represented by like radicalism and turmoil, something like that. So we'd have a long period of turmoil in certain states, I think. But it would have to be role played very well. And like I think personally, if you're a colonial empire that has any holdings outside your continent, it should more or less be impossible.
Without making client states.
Yeah, I mean, if you are changing, like I would say Britain would more or less may have to make like
extra children.
You wouldn't have to call it children, like God.
I know, but it's like the analogous of making children, child states.
Also, who are we waiting on right now?
Who is going to be friends?
We are. I don't know. Is anyone trying to join? Banana hasn't chosen a nation. Other than that, I think we are. So can someone say a nation that's open?
Italy is a good one that's open right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Banana, are you experienced? Have you played a lot of Vic or RP? You are new because Italy is technically blocked then. Peru, Bolivia needs a sub today. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Korea, Japan, Sikhs, Switzerland, Belgium I think is open now too.
The Belgian players here are the same.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Any of the major,
Either way, just make sure you pick one because we're gonna get going.
Austrian states.
Yes.
Australia's open, isn't it?
No. Wait, is he not here?
It's not here.
No.
Oh yeah, it is open.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I think Australia is good.
They're
Australia is good, yeah. It's a big
And-
nation, but you've got protections and people to help you.
Yeah.
Are we gonna play without France?
We don't have a sub.
I think if like you have raised the issue of Spain so much that you are free to.
Yeah, I have planned out the roleplay for this session though, so I'd really rather not swap.
Yes, I understand. Also, if anyone else with sufficient rank wants to play Russia or France, they're open to.
There's only 10 people working on CK3? Is that actually real? No fucking way. Really? That's such a fucking good game. God, what? Paradox is so much fucking money, man. What the fuck? Yeah, Australia has half our economy. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Ottomans is a staff member because he did multi-stuff. That's a bit worrying. Ottomans is the one person who actually role-played out multiculturalism. He is the only one in this game who actually role-played it. You can go check the statements on it. He actually role-played it out. He's made himself ridiculously strong, but he did RP it out. I'll give him that.
People, feel free.
7? What the fuck, man? They're really just gonna abandon fucking CK3? That's disgusting, man. That's absolutely disgusting.
And yeah, I think that's
But I just
nice.
suggest
If
you
anyone else
reiterate the rules for what we're using for the military tech till what year?
we had military tech, so I think
I can copy and paste that document we did.
yes. So can someone post the documents?
I put it in the
link
stuff.
that's not
CC, let me
edited
go
one.
look for it.
Yes, the link. That's
I'm just gonna
not
copy and
edited.
paste like the thing into. Yeah, we'll just do it that way.
Yes. So we have a new rule on technologies, which will be enforced. So I think it's for 1905, right? For squad infantry, so people people need to
Squad infantry would be Great War in 1915. There's already been a Great War, so technically you can do it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in Victory General. I'm just gonna do a copy and paste there.
Yes. Good. So people.
This is
people
not
need to-
like firm 2. This is what staff came up with. We'll discuss it at next Sunday's rules discussion. But that's what we got for right now, so we'll use it today.
Yeah. As a GC, I'll.
What's up, Ulster? Thank you for the bits, man. No CK3 players on the server? There's a good group now with them, Susie.
The tech rules and change your
Carriers in 1870?
weapons. What's it?
Aircraft carriers in 1870?
That's not correct. Where'd you see that?
No.
Carriers is
That
1920.
sounds-
It's the date is below
1920.
the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it is like monitors and then a date afterwards. So yeah, cool. I think that's all I need to say now. Have a good game. I will. I've disabled how to accept, and I will leave the game paused for a few minutes so people can prepare more or less. You can probably use this time to read through the rules, change your military so it's in line with the rules. Yeah, that's all, everyone.
It was not the same as MD. What do you mean not the same as MD, Rose? Vic 3 is very different. It's way less toxic, which is nice. Yeah, Imperator treatment. That's fucking crazy, man. Like, that's so fucking sad. Total War Arena was a really good game, too. I played a ton of that back in the day. That was a lot of fun. I really liked the mechanics for it. That is absolutely painful. CK3 can be a really good game. As usual, you know what it is? There's no incentive of the game company to do any good work on it because it's literally just like they're relying on modders to do everything. Typical. That's so fucking sad, man. Lazy ass fucking company. Alright, music back on. Gotta get those lovely sound effects. All right, so I did talk a little bit earlier, just a reminder, that we are not going to be fighting World War II. The British intervened to support the Ottomans. We're about to go have a talk with them. Before that, I want to go over a few things. We also need to talk with the Brazilians and Mexicans. The Egyptians are also joining our customs union, so let's go ahead and invite them. We've been laying the groundwork for that for quite a while, which is going to be lovely. To start off with, we have a massive fucking surplus. They are going to get subsidies from us as well. That's one of the things I promised them. We're going to also subsidize Siam. And we're going to get way more ports, because we literally cannot... Oh man, we're going to have to max out everything. We literally just don't have enough like ships to do all the trade that we're doing right now. We are finally below 100 infamy though, so we're not getting absolutely railed anymore. It is inconvenient certainly, but could be worse. And yeah, we do have interests everywhere. Good. I'm gonna hop into the British VC in a minute. Just gonna check these out real quick. And then what else do we need really badly? We need a lot of fine art. So let's go ahead and produce a metric shitload more of that. We'll need another 100. Wow, okay. And then what else do we need? We need also a lot of lead. We'll keep dynamite. See if we can import what we need. We got a lot of unprofitable trade laws here. Get rid of all these. Not trade laws, trade routes. Still word I'm trying to say. Import lead from the Brits and the Mexicans. Radios I want us to produce ourselves. Let's put that on the line as well. We'll build electronic industries in the Congo. Have we integrated those territories actually? We have not. Let's go ahead and integrate them all. And with that, let's go talk with the British. Conversation long overdue.
I see. And we were not consulted with this beforehand?
What was...
He's busy with the Ottomans. Hello there!
Greetings, Kaiser.
It's a very, very unique voice you have there, Ambassador. I wondered if I might have a moment to speak with you in the Mexican Empire.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where he is right now. Let's go speak to him. Let's go to...
Wonderful. Hello there, gentlemen.
Kaiser.
It is good to speak with you. I'd first off like to thank the Brazilians for the support and the conflict that almost began. Unfortunately, due to British interference, we have no choice but to stand down in that conflict in Germany. Will not be going to war. I want to have a very frank talk with the two of you. As to the future, on several matters. The primary one of which I think you're going to not want to hear, and we don't like the prospect of it either. But the German government feels as though it is something that we need to consider. First off, I would ask formally that both of you do swear to secrecy on this matter, as the Kaiser does not wish for this to get out.
You have my word.
And the Mexican delegate as well?
Yes, you have my word.
Wonderful. We were propositioned by Britain as part of the situation with the Ottomans with a very shocking proposal. I'm going to put it frankly to you as we view you as close allies, but again, do keep this to yourself. The proposal was that the United Kingdom would sell us the Suez Canal in exchange for support in building the Panama with the British. Now, this is a disgusting proposal to us, as we are very worried about the British, but I'm going to be quite frank with you. At this point, the German Empire is much more afraid of the Ottoman state. I mean, they have just been conquering and conquering and conquering and show little sign of stopping. Their economy eclipses ours and that of Britain, and of course eclipses your own, and they are becoming more dangerous by the day. The foreign policy of the German Empire up until this time has been one, frankly, hostile to Britain, as we do view them as dangerous, primarily due to inaction. But as we saw, when Germany prepared itself to stop the expansion of the Ottomans, the British are a wild card that we can no longer choose to simply ignore, as they will tilt the balance of any great conflict. And it is with a heavy heart, the German Empire and the Kaiser formally bring this proposal to you and say that it is worth consideration.
I concur. I find
I'm sorry, as a full member of the Latin Alliance, can the Portuguese also hear this proposal?
I think that's only fair if you're okay.
Yeah, that's
with that.
completely fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we concur with everything you just said. We find the British to be extremely erratic. It concerns us to hear his proposition. So, yeah, that's my view on it. Mexico.
Yeah, I agree. We cannot continue to allow the British to make backhanded deals in dark corners, in dark rooms.
We
longer.
do agreed. Well, we're glad to hear that you're open to it. In that case, our proposal is that when we go to the negotiating table with the British, we allow them to build the Panama, perhaps even keep it. I know that's bold, but hear me out. In exchange, we garner their support for the overthrowing of the government in Colombia and the enfranchising and further of the Mexican Empire's own power in the region.
Mexican Empire would not support that because that would just
Really?
further British
You
influence.
do not wish to get rid of the communist government in Colombia?
We have made it extremely clear from day one that we are not having another border with the British, regardless of what.
We're not proposing they get any influence there. What I am suggesting is that when we negotiate the British, as part of that is we ask for their support. I don't mean like them going to war with them and fighting. I mean them staying out of a conflict with Colombia that would be done by Mexico and Brazil.
Oh,
Why are we? But we're allowing them to build the canal.
If we don't, they're going to be hostile to all of us in the future, and we can't allow for that, as the Ottomans and their allies are ridiculously powerful at this time.
Well, the Portuguese are very friendly to the British, even today. So, as a compromise, I think they would accept Portuguese control of the canal in the Panama. But of course,
out of RP, they did not join the war.
Who?
For Panama, the UK.
Yes. And they sent me a letter that the Colombians are backing off from their previous deal. So they don't have any business in Colombia anymore.
In that case, my proposal is double here. It would be Brazilian influence in Colombia, and a war goes on there without British interference, and a war in Colombia to overthrow the communist government, wherein Mexico becomes the sovereign of North America. In exchange, the Panama would be built by the British and perhaps be given then over to the Portuguese. In exchange... Sorry?
But why are we giving any concessions to the British?
Because if we don't, we will have them breathing down our neck. My nation was almost brought to ruin trying to stop a global empire conquering the whole world, and the British stopped us. We can't just continue to have them hostile.
We can't allow the British to hold you hostage using us as the pieces for it. It shouldn't work like that.
In the mind of the German Empire, Brazil and Mexico are quickly becoming some of our pinnacle allies. And by allowing you to grow stronger here, in the long term for us, it is worth the situation.
We disagree that if, in order to appease the British, that we have to give up something that's very valuable to us. That
it is valuable, but do you not see the opportunity here? You have the chance to become sovereigns of the Americas and grow your power massively for a concession that, although great, is not permanent.
But we disagree that we need to give up this concession in order to make this happen.
How else do you plan to get the British to not interfere in anything here?
This first war, the war to overthrow, or to at least to expand Brazilian influence into Colombia and to conquer Panama in order for the Latin Alliance to form a company in order to administer the canal, the British had no issue with. They're not going to interfere in that conflict.
As far as we're aware, they
know.
now do intend to be involved, though.
So like that, I'm not gonna lie, that's fucked up because like we started the war, they didn't join, and then now, like next week, he just decides that he wants to.
We could have an RP at a conversation, but in the contingency situation where they do like pressure this situation, I'm trying to like get a situation here where we don't get like into a fucking war of the Ottomans, the French, and the British here, which is what's gonna happen, right? Because there is like a triple alliance that's about to form if we don't offset the British here. And I just want to remind you, the Ottomans have 900 divisions, the French have 700, the British have almost 600, the Canadians have 200, the Australians have 300. So, I mean, this is the situation we're dealing with.
Yeah, we understand that. We understand we've always supported you, but we cannot concede that state to the British regardless. There is no need for them to build the canal.
we could push them to be able to do what they originally proposed, right? They would build it, they would hold it for a period, and then it would be given independence.
We have always been against that.
We've been against it too, but we also are very aware of the situation right now, and if you push for that and get into a hostile confrontation with the British Empire, that will push them into the arms of the Ottomans and the French. That's it for us, most certainly. You will lose your one great ally, and you yourselves will be in serious danger at that point. We're in a global world now. The Atlantic will not protect you from these great powers, and we cannot protect you either. I don't like this. I mean, I'm not walking in here wanting this to happen in any capacity. Germany is in a very precarious position, and we find nothing but bad choices. And the way we see it is this is the only way forward where our remaining allies and Germany itself doesn't go into a worse position as we are currently at. And the same for the both of you. If you have an alternative, we'd love to hear it.
It's just that we started the war and they didn't join. So like our understanding was that like it would be
the same thing would be set up.
Out of RP, I get that, but even if like we go and we talk to Hastings and we get the British approval that they won't be involved in the war, like RP wise, you'll still make the British even more hostile, which causes a lot of problems. So I mean that isn't related to that.
But the last RP style though, the last thing we heard from the British was he was disconnecting himself completely from the Americans and not getting involved in anything. So I don't know why I'm just a bit exasperated, mate. To be honest with you.
Why don't we go have a talk with the British then? I've made my position clear. I hope you understand your position and our position and all this, and why don't we just go to have direct negotiations then?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, can you expand the room first?
Yes.
Yes, I can. All right, there we go. So out of RP, really briefly, to you, Servo, I think you're okay with, like, if they fight a war Colombia, you're not getting involved, given that, like, they kind of got fucked by that player leaving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to clarify
Canada,
that before
America fight Mexico and Brazil. And Portugal.
Okay. So it would just be a war between America, Canada, and then Mexico and Brazil.
Yeah, they already massaged my... I fed out my interest was the oil trade, and both sides have secured my interest on that, so I have no way to get inside it.
We were just told that you wanted Panama again.
Yes, I was... does the German wish to...
But the last thing you said to us is that you were disconnecting yourself completely from the Americas.
Does the German representative wish to make comment on that?
We have already made the proposal. We've discussed it with Brazil and Mexico, and they're very abhorrent to British involvement. We did advocate for your cause and capacity given the conversation and the proposal you gave to us, but I mean, we cannot force Mexico and Brazil to do something here.
Well, yes, but it's, to be fair, they're not being forced to do anything. We'd be forcing Colombia to do something, is what this whole war is about.
I understand that, but Brazil and Mexico are at the point of really just, I believe, a hatred towards Colombia that has gotten quite out of hand and is quite past that point.
Yes, and with America and Canada.
Indeed. We don't want to see a war here, but at the same time, it appears that it's kind of where things are at, and they feel that the breakdown of relations is kind of untenable. We would prefer the peaceful option. We've proposed it, we've discussed it. Mexico and Brazil are uninterested at this time, and as such, we've done what we could.
Yes, and we have done what we could with our side on it. I think it's best for us, as Germany, to just wash our hands of the incident and let them deal with it.
We're not going to get involved. I mean, they're our allies, and we'll continue to trade and support them economically, but
Yes.
Great. Well, as we say, Germany, you still have our support in whatever actions you decide to take in the future. But
very well. We're going to talk to the British about that in just a moment. Again, like we really do hope that the rest of the world sees the Ottomans for what they are, but until that happens, well, we are where we are.
Excellent. Okay.
Britton, do you have time? I did want to talk with you personally.
Yes, we have time.
Wonderful. Without anyone else too?
No, the family members are...
The family members are fine, but I hope you don't
Yes.
view the Ottomans as family. He's gone.
No, we don't.
Beautiful. All right,
They've always been the partners of convenience.
There is a talk here that is long overdue. Frankly, I was shocked to see your support of the Ottomans in that situation. To our government, it's very clear what they're doing. It's frankly to the point of breaking the world. I mean, the Ottoman economy, the Ottoman military, it eclipses everyone. They've done nothing but expand since the World War, as we feared. We initially entered into talks to them after the World War, trying to rebuild our relations, open up new trade deals and things like that. And unfortunately, the only thing we saw from them afterwards was just constant conquest, as of the Ottomans of old. We penned a letter to you, you know well our thoughts on this now, but we just frankly like to hear what you think this is coming to. I mean, do you really see no danger in the Ottoman Empire?
We see danger in them. Out of RP, how am I supposed to change to multiculturalism?
You gotta pass the law. Just click the law, try and pass it.
No, I clicked it, but it says I can't if I have
No, yeah, you have
anything else.
You have burgeoning culturalism. You have to increase your institution, and then automatically will be true multiculturalism. I had the same doubt, but I've played by myself and I understood the process.
I wish I did that before I went off of it. All right. Yes, we understand. However, from our position, the Ottomans have always been a measure of convenience in supporting them. They were an interesting counterweight to Austria and now to Russia.
Austria is gone. Russia is a second-hand power. Their economy is great, but their country is weak.
Yes, just as weak as we see the Ottomans.
Weak?
As we posited,
the Ottomans?
Yes. They're very vulnerable.
Their technology is more advanced than yours and mine. Their economy is greater than... Yes, it is. That is undisputed. Their military is superior to yours and mine.
That.
You could not admit anything you like. You don't have to do it. This is not a public meeting, even if you do not wish to admit it behind closed doors. We both have good working wits. We know what this is.
Yes, we do.
Again, I go back to this. I'm not demanding anything happen here, but we're just trying to figure out what the United Kingdom expects to happen here. We have a power that is not going to grow content without taking new territory.
As we believe our Foreign Office mentioned in the text, we believe they have forged their own chains. They are so now dependent on the oil industry that once their trade is cut off, their nation will collapse.
Do you have a plan to do that?
Yes, by buying it.
You're growing their economy by doing that and making them even stronger.
But we are growing their economy dependent on trade with us. That gives us a knife at their throat whenever we wish to use it.
No, it doesn't. It makes you dependent on them as well.
We do not see it that way. We have other sources of oil in the world.
Perhaps.
This is why we have quite strained so hard to keep
Can we at least
Colombia
get your agreement that if they continue to do these wars of expansion, you'll actually do something? We can't do this alone, especially not if you're going to raise a gun against us if we try and stop them.
Which direction would they march?
What direction haven't they marched in the last 2 decades?
They haven't marched north.
They conquered Wallachia. They've made Moldova dependent upon them. That's north,
princes
isn't it?
have been theirs for hundreds of years. If they move against Austria, if they move against Russia, if they move against us, then we'll move against them. It's about providing a balance in Europe.
Do you intend to sell the Sikh Empire to them as well?
We believe Europe is now balanced with them.
I understand, but do you intend to sell the Sikh Empire to them?
No.
Okay.
Not a chance. It is our buffer state in between. The Sikh Empire and Afghanistan, whatever they call it, was always a buffer state between the Ottomans,
and
the
you
Russians,
sold them that
and
buffer
India.
state, did you not?
Yes, for a price good deal. But now we have another buffer state. And if they ever wish to go after that buffer state, then they're at war with us.
Well,
and it would be in your best interest to go against them. It'd be against the Russians' best interest to go against them.
We already attempted to, but I mean, you stopped that in its tracks.
Yes, but we had already signed the deal with the Ottomans by that time. And we were kind of honor bound to go through
I won't
with
waste any more of your time. I will just caution you again. You are turning your eye to a threat. You are simply appeasing them, and that's your choice. As I said, we're not going to fight a war with you and the rest of the powers of Europe, but just remember our words, and we hope the members of your empire remember our words as well into the future. Thank you for your time.
And thank you for your caution. And
Hello there, Ambassador.
So apparently the Ottomans denounced completely our custom union. I told them that's purely economical, for economical reasons, and I told them that that they should have seen that coming, since they endlessly expanded. Of
course.
And obviously I'm a bit scared. So that is my right, and so yes, they completely come to whine in my office.
Well, you see, when they take territory and expand their borders in any capacity, it's nothing but the protection of the locals. But when anyone else does it, it's imperialism and spheres and all that manner of thing. But regardless, we're not here to discuss the Ottomans. We made it clear we'll defend you if a war happens, and we hope that others will do so as well. I'm here primarily to speak economics with you. Now, you have joined the customs union of the German Empire, which we're very glad to have seen you done. I'm here to primarily ask you what it is your country needs. We're already bankrolling you, of course. If you'd like to deficit spend, we're happy to take upon your debt. But we wish to see if there's anything else we can do for you. At the end of the day, the Ottomans are growing at a precipitous rate, and eventually we will not be able to stop them.
I know you're talking about me. I just wanted to say, out of RP real quick, Hammurabi,
yes.
This thing told us that we shouldn't have motorized reconnaissance anymore.
Do I have it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool, I'll go to bicycles.
Kaiser, if you have some time, I have some questions for you.
Sure, we can talk in just a moment.
Okay.
So to respond, just to be sure, I'm gonna expand my military. I'll see.
Don't worry about it. Military can come later. We want to see you build up your economy first and foremost, which is what our subsidies are for. We wish, at the end of the day, economic strength is what protects a nation. It's what's brought us to our height of power, and it will be the same for Egypt. You are part of the German customs union now, and we do hope that in 2 years' time you will make it a permanent affair. And as part of that, we are here to advise you that you need to attempt to build up more modern industries. Your textiles and cheap goods are good for the German market, but you will never have true economic power and stability if you do not focus on more modern goods. Our proposal to you would be to encroach upon the exports of the Ottoman Empire. They produce a significant amount of goods that you could easily replace, as they're not the most popular these days. And again, our subsidies and our willingness to take on your debt to deficit spend would allow you to do this.
Let's see what. Right now, I'm only exporting grain. I think it visited. Well,
in terms of making lots of money within the market of Germany, we'd advise that you take on rubber if you're able to make fields for it. If not, we'd suggest steel, oil, tools, and porcelain, all of which you could benefit greatly off of. And again, do not feel if cost is an issue. We recommend you building up your construction capacities, and any debt you incur, the German Empire will take on for you.
We can do iron. We don't have oil, unfortunately. We can do porcelain and luxury goods in general.
Those are goods that we already produce in mass, and there's much of in the world. I mean, what you really should focus on is porcelain, glass, and steel, and things like that. That's what will really make your economy grow. You will not be able to sustain the military you need to protect yourself against the Ottomans if you don't pursue something like this.
Alright, I will focus on that then. Just to warn you, we can only expand to 11 rubber plantations, and then we will hit our limit.
That's completely reasonable, but even that will do much for your economy, so we do advise you considering that.
Alright.
Beyond that, as I said before, the subsidies are permanent unless our economy just collapses, where we might have to stop for a little bit. As I said, take this as an opportunity to grow your economy. A powerful Egypt to offset the Ottoman state would do much for your country and mine, so we will provide anything needed to do so.
Thank you very much again. That's really appreciated.
Ambassador from Brazil, what can I do for you?
Do you want to leave for a few moments? Step out of the room?
Sure.
Or I can wait. Okay, just come speak to me when you're ready, mate.
Brazil channel?
Yeah.
Yep. Siam, if you'd like to come too, let's hop down real quick. There's a war going on over there.
Hello.
Greetings.
I just wanted to let you know we've all come to the decision that we're not going to pursue a war in America.
Really?
Yeah, for the sake of what's going on in Europe, we've decided that we think that's a more important situation to focus on.
I mean, the thing is, there is no conflict in Europe. There's a balance of power right now. No one's making any moves. The only countries who are really able to pursue military expansion and grow their power is you and Mexico. So, frankly, we'd recommend you do the war.
But it's no longer a tenable option for us. They've had the time to build up the forces. It's not possible.
They have 400 divisions. You guys have a little bit less. In that case, we propose an alternative, which is that you delay it, and you take the time to build up your economies with our subsidies, and we're willing to pay off your debts to deficit spin. We'd also call on Portugal, with their own wealth, to also do the same to Mexico and Brazil.
Yep, and then what?
When you are strong enough, you pursue the war. You need to develop your economies, develop your militaries, and when you're ready, you will be able to take on those countries.
Yeah.
We're happy to, I'll be happy, much like other countries around the world, to subsidize you until that time is the case, and we're also willing to, again, pay a deficit that you might go into here. The German National Bank has a large gold reserve. We have a lot of currency currently capable of being able to send out to foreign markets, with a lot of purchasing power for foreign goods. Make use of that to drastically grow your economies, and take this as an opportunity to do so.
Okay. Understood.
Portugal, are you willing to do the same? We know you have much wealth as well, and the building up of Brazil and Mexico would go a long way here in terms of strategic situation in the world.
Of course, without question, we'll be glad to help our Brazilian and Mexican allies if they needed it.
Good. In that case, is there anything we can specifically do? Any goods that we need to export more to you or anything like that for both Mexico and Brazil? Any way we can help here?
So
I think ensuring a strong supply of military goods for me would be of good use.
We have a large amount of them, and if you go into a war, we'll be more than capable of fulfilling your needs.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Can the Germans maybe increase their export of oil into Portugal, since Portugal have no oil fields yet?
We are completely using them for our industry right now. We actually have a deficit of it at this time, I believe.
Understood. And since the German delegation is here, are you still, or the nation of Germany, still interested in the partition of China?
If we were to open that door, the Ottomans, the French, and the British would take it as an opportunity to eat the last slobs of territory. It would make them stronger than it would make anyone else. So we advise against it.
Understood.
Yes. I have a question now.
Yeah, Siam, would you like to hop up in a channel with me?
Sure.
Cool. Ambassador, I do apologize for the delay. There's a lot going on at this moment. What can I do for you?
Yes, I have secured the support of the Dutch for the recognition of my country. However, I'm finding it very hard to find anybody else to support me. Who else could I approach? Because the Russians have no strategic interest in supporting me, and, well, the French aren't responding, or aren't here.
I understand.
And the British, well, I don't have to.
The British is an option, to be fair. I would suggest actually speaking with them, but it would be a tough sell, to be frank. In terms of other major powers and great powers, the Portuguese are worth a talk. We'd recommend perhaps you speak with... Sorry?
Are the Portuguese positively aligned to you, or to
They most certainly are. We'd recommend you speak with them. Again, I'd recommend actually talking to Britain's subjects before speaking with them. Speak with Australia, speak with the Indians and get them on your side, and then go to the Canadians, and if all the vassals of Britain put pressure upon them, you'll likely be able to get their support, would be our recommendation.
Oh, okay.
They are in many ways a country beholden to the monsters they've created, so if you get them on your side, I think you have a chance there.
Yes. So, how many votes would I need to be recognized? For I have yours and the Dutch. And
you need a majority of the great powers. There's 11 of them, so you'd need 6 votes, I believe, who are players.
Oh, really?
They're not all players, though, so you need just the majority there.
Okay, so how many are players right now? Do you know that?
I do not. You'll have to take a look at the list.
Okay, I'll go through them. I'll start with Portuguese. Thank you very much.
Of course, Ambassador. Bear with me just a moment. We've lost all that trade confidence for infamy. I asked to have our infamy be reduced, and Hastings didn't want to do it, which I guess I get, but we're still kind of screwed off that. Alright, let's export art as well. That's one of those goods I think we can make a demand for. If we do it correctly. Let's make the British relying on us for their ammunition. Everything else we have deficit of. Okay, let's, we really need fucking rubber, but I don't think we can actually make any more. No, we can. Oh, wow, we really can. Holy shit, why have I not done that? Oh my god, we have a lot of rubber here. Let's get all that. All that. That'll, my god, that'll blow up our economy. Alright, cool. Let's work on that. Victory game? It's been going for a little under an hour, I'd say. It hasn't been too long. Alright, anyone else I'm missing we need to go talk to? The Dutch. They're part of a group though, so we'll stay out of that for now. Hello there.
Hello. Apologies, you've caught me mid-meal. How can I help you today?
President from Connect, I apologize for interrupting your meal. I'm an ambassador of the German Empire. I'm here to speak with you about several matters. The first one is that we'd like to get a better understanding of the situation with this customs union that you've built with the Portuguese and understand exactly how that's working.
Of course. Happy to explain that to you. From my understanding, admittedly I am a late joiner to this treaty. It was something concocted up in the Iberian region, and they offered it to Austria and I believe the Batavian Republic and maybe some others. My understanding is it was a way for smaller nations such as ourselves to band together economically and diplomatically to be able to go, we don't have a stage or a platform in the world diplomatic region. And whilst you are an advocate for the German people and we hold you in high regard, we wanted to just put ourselves into this position where we could, if need be, have our voice heard, right? And while we believe wholeheartedly that you would advocate for the Austrian Republic, we believe the economic backing of a solitary power maybe help that cause along with yourselves. And so our understanding is this is it sets up a kind of trade union so that trade flows effectively between our nations and we can all kind of enjoy the prospects and the resources that we all have access to, and in growing our own economic power, we all each other can benefit from that in terms of like a global in a global way, right? And that's kind of our understanding of it. Now, of course, this is not a fully controlled market, so it is very loosely controlled by each and every one of our own nations. There's no real dictations of what we can and can't produce, and there's no one person gaining all the benefits. And one of the main things that I think is really important to us, especially in our position, is in about 3 years we're going to come under review in terms of the kind of states that we have.
Of course.
And we suspect the current government proceedings have highlighted that the nations are more than likely going to separate into independent states and leave the Austrian market. So in that case, we did want to actually have a discussion with you at some point. Admittedly, we were going to go closer to the time, but if you're still happy to have us, I believe a kind of us joining your market union would be very beneficial.
We, of course, still fully support that, and I hope you'd still be interested. One matter that does concern us, though, is your economic activity with the Ottoman Empire. We do see that you're still trading with them. We know you've attempted to rebuild some relations with them, and that is fair, but given their actions recently, we wanted to have a talk about that as well, which is that we would be proponents for your current market system to detach from the Ottomans. We'd be happy to fill any needs that you might have. But we do view as really anyone cooperating and building up that economy like the British, who are frankly making a monster right now, to be very dangerous. And we wish to talk to your government about finding alternative methods. There are many other powers in the world who could meet the good requirements that you have without the danger of continuing to aid in the creation of this Ottoman Frankenstein.
We understand your concern, and we agree with it. One of the kind of highlighted issues that we're having with some of the kind of autonomous states is the ever-encroaching Ottoman power. One thing we don't want, and we're trying to highlight to them, is how dangerous it could be should the Ottoman decide to throw their weight around inside the Austrian market. I
don't think it's an if, it's more of a win as far as we see it.
Yeah, absolutely. We wholeheartedly agree. It's one of the reasons why one of our first main courses of action is a diplomatic conversation with you in terms of, just trying to stay as far away from the Ottoman market as possible. It's not something the Austrian people want, because it would just...
Well, answer me this. What is currently stopping you from decoupling from their market, and how can we facilitate that?
That is a good question. I'm taking a look through my reports now. Admittedly, a lot of my most expensive goods come through you. The only one thing is oil, I believe. It's highly coming in from the Ottomans. However, our Russian trade deal is coming up highly with that. If I could answer that. Is this a formal request for us to embargo them, I believe, in order to fully cut ourselves off from the Ottomans?
No, we would just recommend you cut your current trade routes to them and find other ones. If they want to make them to you, and if they want to benefit your economy, that's their choice, but we're just asking that any conscious trade routes that your government is pursuing be decoupled.
Of course, this is something we can agree to. Admittedly, we kind of left the economic decisions to the private enterprises.
We understand,
however,
and we know your government is not a
in.
interventionist one, admittedly, but I mean, there are many incentives that can be offered. I mean, Germany themselves would be happy to give you very good terms for potential trade deals to facilitate it.
I think, okay, so I can get something written up and sent to the private enterprises to persuade them into, especially with the growing future of being in the German market, to prioritize trading with you over anything else.
It's good to hear.
And I'll get them to put the Ottoman down as the East. I have no power to force them not to. Unfortunately, it's just not something within our government legislation.
No, we understand.
However, I could quite effectively convince them to put them on the low hand of the list in terms of who we trade with.
That's all we'd ask. We're not trying to damage your economy or anything like that. We're just trying to make proper preparations to facilitate a stopping of the Ottoman monster. I mean, their growth is just absolutely ridiculous. So anything we can do to stop it.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll send that letter off immediately, and yeah, we'll be able to disconnect ourselves from the market effectively.
We're very pleased to hear that. Anything else I can do for you?
No, not at all. I'll have another conversation with you just beforehand, before we separate, and just so we can clarify that it is all okay for us to join your market. It may be worth sending
as a Germanic country, the door is literally always open. Our constitution would not forbid you if you asked, so there's nothing we could do even if you wanted to, and we didn't, so.
Absolutely, but of course we just wanted to make sure that your state was aware, so it wasn't a giant shock.
Of course. Understood.
Your economy.
Our economy is ready whenever you wish to, and just to make it clear, Egypt has also joined our market, so just to be made aware of that as well.
Excellent. That is good to hear.
Very well.
Okay. If
Thank
that
you
is
for your
all,
time,
then
President.
I hope you have a good journey back.
And you as well. Thank you to Ray Lou, and thank you for follow your boy Hot Pocket. How's it going, guys? We are in a Victoria 3 role-playing game. It's in its second to last session. We're almost at 1900. It's been a long and a very crazy game. That's for fucking sure. It's been spicy. Fucking spicy. We almost got into World War II in this session, but we backed down after the British intervened to support the Ottomans. The leaders in Britain are absolutely off their fucking rocker and are basically facilitating the rise of the Ottoman Empire back to really its historical power, which is pretty wild. And at this point, Germany, which is us obviously, we're really just attempting to find ways to offset this power imbalance right now. So it's pretty rough. Our economy is stagnated. I can't figure out how to get our economy to grow at this point. I'm not really sure what's causing that. Little uncertain. But thank you for the raid, Lou, if you're still here. I'm going to assume that you're streaming Crusader Kings 3, your favorite game, so I hope that went very well for you, man. I hope you had a great time playing CK3. I can't imagine you playing any other game, so I hope that went well. One Bannerlord RP. It's actually on my list, so is a Rimworld RP. Hello there!
This is a Spanish foreign, emissary from Queen Isabel herself. No,
Hello
actually,
there.
it's... Never mind, she just died. I mean...
Condolences!
King Louis de Bourbon, thanking you for your assistance in the civil war we have.
Of course. Though we were sad to hear you would not support us in our war against the Ottoman, we will always honor our promises and will protect you in this war from these insurgents.
Unfortunately, we anticipate that there will likely be further instability in Iberia even after this war, seeing as while we have rooted out the industrialists and the petite bourgeoisie's threatening posture against the crown, there are still very dangerous factionalism going on among the intelligentsia as well as the trade unions. And we are uncertain if we can contain them in time.
You have full access to the German military in any uprising you may have. Obviously, we encourage you to find some way to deal with this in your own way, but as I said, you have our support, so never fear you will lack a military by which to deal with this situation.
We are pleased to hear that we have your full support. This will unfortunately complicate the matters of our debt repayment.
We're happy to put it on hold to you on a more on a basis going forward until you've dealt with your domestic issues. We understand there's little that can be done here, and we'll put a hold on any sort of I mean, you don't have any interest on it to begin with, but we'll put a complete hold on things until then.
Thank you very much. You are a very generous man.
Of course. The German Empire will always look after our friends. Anything else I can do for you?
No, I'm afraid I must hurry back to Spain.
Very well. Our armies are making good progress there, and we do expect to beat them before the year's over.
Indeed. Thank you very much once again.
Of course.
You're streaming the wrong category. Just wanted to let you know.
Am I streaming on fucking CK3? Oh, god damn it.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me.
No problem.
Guys, if I'm ever in the wrong category, please fucking tell me. God damn it. Thank you for telling me, Little Hunter. Appreciate that, man. He's gone. Fuck. I did not notice. Beautiful. Well, that's fixed. Alright, we have a moment here. Yeah, this is pretty fucking spicy. We're running a big deficit because we're at war right now, but that's fine. We got a lot of money built up. We got 32 mil in the bank. We're continuing to subsidize. We're subsidizing 4 powers right now. We're subsidizing the Siam, Egypt, Brazil, and Mexico. And we're going to forgive their debts too. So we need to get back on a surplus. I'm actually going to raise probably taxes a little bit here. Yeah, we'll lower government wages first. And yeah, we just need to really build up these other economies. The way I see it, like in the way I think Germany's foreign office would see it at this point, everyone who's against us and is a danger has like all these really powerful vassals and allies. We have no direct vassals. We only have alliances. So at this point, our best course of action is literally just to make our allies as strong as fucking possible. So that's what we're going to do. All session today, we're just going to basically subsidize the fuck out of all these countries and help them get as strong as they can. So That's kind of my game plan here, to put it very simply. I think if we do that really well, we're actually going to be probably in pretty good shape. So, we'll see. I gotta say also, my god, what the fuck is Britain smoking and where do I get it? I want to get whatever he's smoking. I need some of that shit. Like, my god. He has found some of the best fucking drugs I have ever seen in my life. The amount of just... Oh my god. I mean his perspective on the Ottomans, like, that is just wild. I mean, I guess he's RPing an incompetent British foreign office really well. I'll give him that. So, you know, that checks out. Are you maxed out on resources? For the most part, we're really just out of, like, people at this point. Lord Smoothies, nice name. It's the opium from the EIC. Really, a Greek philosopher died of laughter after seeing a donkey eat figs. That doesn't sound true. It sounds like he had a stroke. Where's the fun in telling you? Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta take a piss again. I'll be right back. Let's hope the world doesn't go into World War while I'm gone. Hopefully.
Greetings, Kaiser. Oh, this is the foreign diplomat from the Mexican Empire?
The card.
German Chancellor.
Hello there.
We would like to speak to you on matters of recent political instability.
Of course. What can we do for you?
Well, as I am sure that you are aware, there has been a great deal of issue between our two nations as of late. And I and my delegation are of the personal opinion that this is in fact being fomented and fueled by the British Empire. It seems that every opportunity that they have with us, both, has been to side with us on one matter and then the other side on another matter in order to undermine both of us and put both of us against each other, when it appears that the only real beneficiary of all these motions has been the British.
I mean, they are... Your economy is great, far greater than Britain's and mine, but if you take into account the German market, the British market and their vassals, I mean, they're the undisputed world hegemon by far.
Yes, and we do, as we look to the continued centralization and industrialization of India, the great power that has become the Republic of Australia, and of course the very powerful American state, most powerful American state, I would argue, of the Republic of Canada.
Yeah, their growth is absolutely obscene, most certainly.
Yes, so in this regard, I know that our two nations have had many disputes and issues over the past several years and decades, but we are approaching you once again to discuss the matter of the British Empire and if there's something that can be done regarding that.
I mean, the last time that we discussed the threat of Britain, we found them suddenly knocking at our door and supporting you. I mean, the other issue here is also that we find your growth to still be incredibly dangerous, both economically and geographically. We after the end of the Great War, we did wish to work with you, but I mean, actions and words are two very different things, and primarily from you, we have seen expansionism. In many states which are European, I mean, such as the Greeks, your brutal destruction of their vows for independence, something your country stands for, was... I mean, many in Germany were shocked and horrified by that.
The Greeks' matter was already put to bed before the war even ended. That was not a post-war movement by us.
It wasn't, but they did cry out for their freedom and were brutally put down, which... My point being, though, generally speaking, from your nation we see, despite its supposed reformist nature, expansionism and hostility. I mean, like, it is very difficult for my government to see past that.
We have engaged in no more expansionism than the Germans have on many fronts, especially in regards to Africa. And that has been all true as far as the post-war period.
Land taken in Africa is very different than land taken in the Middle East or Europe. They're not comparable.
They are all simply unrecognized slave states and, backwards
You may
countries.
see that, but we certainly do not. There's a clear difference in our minds.
So you think that the Sing Emirates, which still practices slavery and serfdom, and
as in our discussions, we were all for the overthrowing of slavery there. I mean, we supported that. We didn't support you taking them permanently, which is what you stated.
We stated that we would be taking the Persian regions, which are currently under their occupation.
I mean, you could say the same of your current control of the old Gajar kingdom. I mean, you are not the Iranian Empire. You are a Turkish sultanate, and whatever you now claim to be. I mean, that, you could argue, is also under occupation. I mean, we're getting caught up in semantics here. My point being is it is very difficult for my government to reconcile cooperation with yours when we see expansion. Not in inconsequential regions, such as the heart of Africa, but in regions of great importance to world powers like the Balkans. Those are two very different things, at least to my government.
Our nation has not seen any conquests in the Balkans beyond agreed upon statements from treaties and peace deals that were made between other European nations. Are you saying that the Austrian government's deal with us regarding the issues of the slave princes of Wallachia and Moldavia were illegitimate?
Yet again, I said, I am all for the abolition of slavery. My government is a huge proponent for it. And you have done that, but you also now control those regions and have integrated them.
The Moldavian government is in plans to be integrated to the Austrian province of Transylvania.
Which one, sorry?
Moldavia.
Yes, I'm aware, but what of Wallachia?
On the matter of Wallachia, we agreed that in order to prevent a massive Romanian state that would threaten all surrounding nations, that we would simply partition it in this manner.
Correct, but you are using your influence and power by which to exert that from them. I mean, the breakup of Austria has been a very complicated one, and we're still not entirely for it. We understood your desire to enfranchise the Hungarians. It was reasonable, but your encroachment upon their land, your gaining of influence there is not something my government wishes to see.
Well, that is fine. We do not plan on ever encroaching upon the government.
Getting back to the topic on hand, what are you exactly proposing in regards to the United Kingdom?
We simply wanted to know if the Germans had any intention or goals in mind of stepping against the United Kingdom, and if they did, that we would be willing to cooperate.
Obviously, the question has crossed the mind of the German High Command, but it's the case of we don't really see the capacity for it. I mean, let's say even on a good day where Germany and their allies and the Ottoman state work together, even then, that would be a war that would be very difficult to be won.
Well, we think that the Germans have many allies across the world that are willing to cooperate in this regard, from the Americas to East Asia. And so, if the German government does not feel that that is the case, then that is, of course, their prerogative. But it appeared to us that it was perfectly possible.
our intelligence services are very capable, and what we know of the forces of the greater United Kingdom's empire, they are very strong.
Very well.
We will take it under consideration. We'll discuss it internally. If an opportunity does arise, we will certainly contact you. But right now, I mean, it's a bit of a case where we are stuck in the United Kingdom's world, so to speak.
Indeed. Well, it is unfortunate that they are benefiting off of our personal rivalry, but understandable that they have been taking many decades to create such an event.
Indeed. As I said, we will discuss it internally and consider your proposal and get back to you.
Very well. Have a good day, sir.
You as well. It's not a horrible idea, but I mean, we're so hostile to the Ottomans. So the Ottomans, like, they are an empire expanding dramatically. I mean, they can paint themselves however they want here. It is a case of us, the British and the Ottomans all being ridiculously powerful, and there's a balance at play, and Britain's winning that balance. I mean, that's what they said, right, when we talked to them. They're happy with the balance in Europe. It's not a balance. They currently are tilted heavily. Britain has power over everyone right now, so we're working with the Ottomans. That's the same case as, like, in that CK3 game. If we kill the HRE, we made the French monster. It'll be the same here. If we go against Britain with the Ottomans, we're gonna make an even larger Ottoman, like, monster, right? So...
Hi, sir.
Hello there. Can you turn up your microphone again? It's really low.
Better?
Yes, thank you very much.
No problem. Kaiser. I believe I have gathered the sufficient support to be recognized as a nation. You were right, far more nations were far more approachable than I initially thought. Even the Ottomans are prepared to recognize me as a nation.
Good. In that case, you'd have the support to get recognition?
Yes, I have sent you a list with all the nations. I believe literally all of the top 11 powers are willing to support me, except the
We're glad to hear that.
Russian.
We would like to ask a question before we call a Congress of Vienna, though, and that is that Siam does intend to stay within the customs union of Germany into the future, as you do benefit greatly off of it.
Indeed,
also,
indeed.
out of RP, I'm about to get a revolt. What the fuck is going on? Restore cultural exclusion.
Yes, I was kind of shocked.
Hold on, just give me
multiculturalism.
just a moment here. Oh, god damn it. What do they want? Not doing that. Yeah, I might get a civil war here. Fucking ridiculous. They all want ethno-state.
Greetings, Ambassador from Germany.
Hello.
The Mexican Empire is wondering if the Germans are able to pay out debts from deficit spending in order to rebuild the economy and military.
You wish us to take on your debt?
If that is possible, we could stop.
37 million. Yeah, let me balance my budget real quick.
Yeah. Yes, I also have been greatly overspending to massively increase, well, everything, as you had said. So,
I will pay off the debts of Mexico and Siam right now, but I would ask you both to wait a moment, as that war with Spain was very costly, and I'm about to get a revolt apparently. So we'll do this.
I can push myself back to the positive if needed.
We'll take it on. We can't afford this right now. I just need to actually balance a bit here.
Okay.
We will begin to curb our deficit spending a little bit in order to.
We are having a fuck ton of internal problems right now.
Understandable.
Yes, I'll lighten the load.
Also, out of RP, does anyone know how the Ottoman and the United Kingdom's like economies are just continuing to grow like crazy? Because mine is just absolutely fucking stuck, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah, mine is kind of stuck as well.
Oh, the fucking multiculturalism.
Just the population. Yeah,
oh,
it's straight up the
fucking
people.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, because factories have like a max cap at efficiency.
Yeah.
But at that point, it just becomes an economy of scale. So there's nothing you can do if you have less pops in the late game. Yep.
I really hate this so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the multiculturalism, and he has a million pops. You know, from
the entire game, I have been pushing to keep my people racially segregated. I even made a feed post about it, becoming less racist.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, I
becoming
thought
less
that was
racist,
like
I'm a
the
bigot.
rule. Oh no, I'm still bigot, because I thought well, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger country.
I mean, I didn't intend to play it, like, because I want to roleplay, like, light racism from Germany the whole game, where we build a sphere of basically, like, first among equals, right? But I passed multiculturalism, because at this point, no one RP'd it, and people are just stealing everyone's pops, so it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to Russia too, otherwise I'm literally stuck
you have
where
to.
I am. Yeah.
I do wish Hastings had punished some of those guys, but it's what it is.
Yeah, because this was the first game I joined, and I read on those rules. I thought, like, cool. That
you're not allowed to rush it. That's why I didn't do it. But it was a case of someone took it, and then everyone rushed it. So I think let's see who has it. No, actually, Canada does still have racial segregation. I'll give them that. Mexico's burgeoning multiculturalism. Ottomans has full, true multiculturalism. France has true multiculturalism. Right? Like, UK has burgeoning multiculturalism. Oh well.
Yeah, but I have an issue with all of them except the Ottomans, I believe, because they did a lot of RP posts and a lot of things for it. So
I agree.
The Ottomans did the RP. They're the one person who did.
So
they completely did it. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do we need to call a Congress of Vienna then to become recognized, or how does that work?
Sure. Well, I'll go ahead and call it and talk to Hastings.
Thank you.
Oh there, Hastings. I'm going to call Congress of Vienna to get Siam to be a recognized power.
Siam? Right?
Yep.
I will make... Oh, where? Council of Europe for the victory of free game. Yes, Germany.
We'd like to call upon the Siamese as well to come speak as well as our guest.
Of course. So the majors are the Ottomans, Germany, France, United Kingdom, the Dutch. I think that France is not here, and Russia doesn't really say the count. I'll allow for the Republic of Australia as well as East India to be counted as great powers, because France and Russia doesn't say anything. Yeah. Belgium. Is everyone here? You may begin. Plead your case.
We called you here today in order to recognize the nation of Siam. This is a country that we originally in Germany, as with any of our overseas territories, overseas interests and friends, got freedom from beneath the Qing long ago and have helped build up into a great kingdom, one whose economy and military is recognized the world over. We call you here today to just simply acknowledge on the global stage what we have all known for quite some time, which is that Siam has now entered the modern age under the tutelage and support of the German Empire, and is now more than capable of entering into international affairs as an equal. And we call upon a vote of the Congress in order to ensure that this happens.
Is there anything that needs to be spoken about before we begin the vote?
I've just brought Siam as well, so they can also speak if they wish to. Otherwise, if anyone Pacifist, you may also speak.
Yes, I thank you all very much for listening to me here, and I have spoken to many of you about this subject before, and I've, well, always been received very friendly and with much hospitality by all. And I wish to thank you all a lot for finally recognizing Siam as a nation worthy of respect, as you all are.
Thank you. If no nation raises a position, we may begin the vote. First off is the Ottoman Empire. What do you say?
The Ottoman Empire agrees to the recognition of Siam as a independent and powerful state.
The German Empire.
Oh, for it. I apologize.
Of course.
Oh my god, the communists just won.
The United Kingdom. Excuse me, I will have to leave again. Sorry, 3 members here were not present. That is United Kingdom, in India and Australia, although I think. United Kingdom will be invited here. Once again, I believe Australia will also be allowed to vote. Because as I said, out of RP, France and Russia does not count, so I will allow for a number respective nation afterwards that's not a dominion, i.e. Australia and Canada, to participate. You've been invited, as well as the British Raj.
I do apologize, gentlemen. I will have to go.
What?
All right. Well, the communists just won and started a civil war. So, holy fuck. They won. We're gonna play as them. I can't fucking switch countries, can I? Oh wow, okay. We're going communist.
We are coming to your assistance.
Out of RP, I'm gonna RP it as basically they surrounded the capital and the monarch is handing over power. Because like in the election, like they won by just so fucking much. There's no one who supports the old system anymore.
Okay, so you want the revolution to?
Yeah, they're gonna win. There's no RP reason for me not to let them win.
You don't
God
want to
damn. Jesus Christ, that came out of nowhere. I mean, that's how the communists tend to go, though, to be fair, but goddamn. They still have a monarch, though. What the fuck?
Can we ask for some clarity on what exactly is happening?
I don't, this just fucking came out of nowhere. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. They won the election, the communists, like, dominated the election, so did the SDP. I reformed to put them in power so I didn't collapse the government. They started a civil war, even though I literally gave them power. And I'm just not sure what's going on anymore. Obviously, the monarch, like Kaiser, will have to stand down. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So it's communist Germany now. Hastings, can you switch over and demand my surrender? I'm gonna give it
to the revolutionaries.
Yeah, I won't be able to play though until we do the rehost though, because I got fucked by the civil war.
Oh yeah. I will.
No. I mean, please switch over because you can do it as the host. Switch over to revolutionary Germany and then demand. Like, I'll give surrender, and then we can just piece it out.
Yeah. I will play as revolutionaries or as
yes, and then
Empire.
just ask for a surrender and then switch back to Russian. I should be able, I think, to switch back onto them. We'll see.
Yep. I will.
Tell me when you're on them.
I'm under now.
Okay, and then I should be able to just give terms.
Can I surrender?
No, you're not surrendering. I'm surrendering. You're gonna win the war. 1 second.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Rip the AI Russia now. I'm just gonna delete all the ports.
Can I not just like... It's not giving me a formal war. Am I not able to give terms?
So I think, unfortunately, if it's impossible to back down during initial phases in the civil wars.
Yeah, okay, I see. It's got to go through. God damn it. All right, just wait for it. As soon as the war starts, I don't think I can back down, can I? No.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, just tell me what to do.
I can switch on diplomatic play.
I think you can't switch because I'm on the nation.
Yeah, but I want to just be able to the peace. Like, again, the Kaiser's not going to fight it, so we'll just do it this way.
Yep. It's the English royal family that's revolting.
They're not going to be in power because they're RP-wise, there wouldn't be a monarchy. It'll be the presidential republic that we're going to go to.
Yeah. It's just funny that the British family is revolting.
They just magically got there, like goddamn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you had like the fucking Rothschilds in the UK. It's like these weird names that just pop up. It's fucking crazy.
Yes, I know.
Ridiculous. Oh yeah, the AI is gonna destroy all my buildings too, I bet. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Sad.
God damn it.
I'm not gonna do it. So wait. Let me see. They haven't deleted your ports, which is good. I'm gonna see.
Do I have industry left?
Yes. Although they deleted 1/4 of your economy.
Is that not just because a quarter of it is held by him still? Maybe.
Maybe.
If you put it together, I'm still missing 1/3 of my economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, like, yeah, I don't know what to, like. I think they deleted something because the GDP thing started when this diplomatic play began, and it just deleted like 1/3.
Yep. Well, that's what it is. I'll just ask for a save before next session.
Yep.
I also am going to ask for a migration event so I can get back some of the people who have just been leaving in mass, which is just ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'll start some migration events to Spain. Oh god, Spain. I feel bad for Spain.
I mean, yeah, Cheese is trying to collapse his government.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to quit the German market because I was.
No, I'll get it back. It just fucked me. I was trying to, yeah. As soon as I'm reunited, it'll be fine. Again, it doesn't make sense for there to be a civil war because I literally had started the play to cede power peacefully. Like I literally did Presidential Republic to remove the Kaiser, and they just popped it. There was like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
You know who's not collapsing is the Ottoman market. If you're looking for a market to join Egypt.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna immediately surrender, capitulate, and then accept.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Now switch back to Russia, and I should be able to switch on to it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm passing and then changing to Russia.
Okay. Here we go. Alright, and then let's... Hopefully I don't get another civil when I try and pass this again.
Yep.
Literally cannot pass anything.
Yep.
We need to form a new government. I fucked up my pops so fucking bad. Now I can't even pass presidential fucking republic. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you only have two parties right now. You have the PT bourgeoisie.
They literally
and,
were the revolutionaries. It should be the communists and the SDP. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
73% petite bourgeoisie clout.
Yeah, how that came out of nowhere.
It's because they are the revolutionaries. So after a particular so everyone, all other of your IGs have like minus 95% or something based on the revolution.
You're going fascist then. Congratulations. I mean,
So fucking stupid. Jesus fuck. So this is why you don't release alpha versions of game, man. I'm just saying.
Yes. Okay. Seeing that the nationalists have taken power, perhaps this is a counter-revolution. Although, sadly,
if I could get another revolt, like if I could force a revolt from them or something.
Although it's a feminist fascist right now, Maria. Oh God no. Sorry. Your petit bourgeoisie are led by Maria Heinisch.
It ruined my economy too. I'm at minus 2 million.
Yep.
God damn.
Yep.
That's just game breaking shit, man.
Yeah. I'll start bankrolling you, and I'll.
Am I still bankrolling anyone?
Can I bankroll as well, please?
That's just so fucking stupid.
Egypt. I was part of a German market, so.
I lost all my infamy though. I mean, that's good, I guess. But
yeah,
how am I still running a goddamn deficit? They had consumption taxes immediately. Nice.
Yeah. You need to redo your. I mean, I think based on your GDP, like what.
Military good buildings. They deleted all my fucking military production. I bet that's what it is. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. You decided how you want this to happen in RP.
I know exactly what it was. It was really simple. There were like the communists and the SDP literally got power, and the Kaiser was forced to cede power. I mean, it was that simple. That's what this should have been.
Yeah. Although, in game, what happened was a petty bourgeoisie nationalist counter-revolution.
Okay, ridiculous.
I mean, I can try to bring back the SDP if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a save. It is what we'll have to do, unless they can just magically come back here. There's always a chance.
No, that's gonna be difficult. Sorry. Because
there's
right
events
now,
that automatically start like those revolts, though. I guess that's the way to do it.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to look for an event. Right now, like every other IG than Petit Bourgeoisie and Devout have a revolutionary debuff. But the problem is if I boost them after that debuff is removed, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like really flop-sided because right now, like after 10 years.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely railed in the ass. That's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kaiser, do you have any money left?
Absolutely not. Minus 2 million a day.
Yeah, I'm about.
I'm gonna start bankrolling you, or I think I'm bankrolling you. I'm gonna continue taking.
Can you buy my debt too? Because I crashed with Germany.
You don't have any debt, Egypt. Or is Siam asking?
Yes, I am.
Sorry. Yeah.
I tried saving myself by leaving its market. It saved about a lot of money, but not enough.
I need your resources. You got to come back, but your relations with me are bad. Like both our economies were dependent on each other. That's the problem here.
Yeah. I'm improving everything and doing everything now.
Okay.
It's okay. You only have to ask for protectorate and you join instantly then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ask for protectorate.
That's what I done now.
Oh, if it lets you do that, yeah, go for that.
Yep.
We can switch it out with a thing, but it'll get both our economies not to die here.
Yep.
God, this deficit is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then ask for a save edit where.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna forget the details, so I actually write it out. Yep.
Now.
What? Ham, out of RP, can you put an interest in my region so I can start trading with you again?
Okay. Yeah, I lost all my fucking interest, too, didn't I? Oh god damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I literally can't even.
That
I was
actual
like, what happened to my
fucking
economy?
cancer. My god.
You crashed my economy, bro.
Dude.
Alright.
Paradox crashed your economy.
I need to reset all my trades with you, I think.
Yeah, the one good thing is I reset all my trade routes, so that stupid fucking eco bug won't be in the game. So if anything, long term, it might actually improve my economy. But like the economic collapse. This is just Kaiserreich Black Monday. That's what happened. That's all this is.
You should track your trade routes again with my new resources coming in. That should help a lot too.
They'll balance out.
What resources do you want? What do you have like a crazy high price in?
Let's look. Liquor, ironclads. What did they fucking delete my electricity? Please tell me they didn't delete all my goddamn electricity.
Oh no.
Oh god. No. Okay, I just don't have any oil because I'm not importing oil anymore.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna export oil to you. Oil.
Explosives.
Okay, I'm exporting 850 oil now. What more? Artillery?
Oh, I got plenty of military goods. It's just like I got to get the base goods so I get like that being profitable again. That's the big issue right now.
Grain. Sulfur. No.
There was an election and no one got elected because no one can be currently in government.
Is it not just the Petition?
Crap is
yeah, it is
Germany
them.
right now.
Mm.
Is there still a Germany?
Did it remove my it removed my multiculturalism too? So I'm just gonna get fucked on more migration events. Oh.
I'm on national supremacy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
I love this game, but Jesus Christ, they need to work on it.
Yep. Oh. I'm gonna have to raise my tax based on my intervention. Sorry.
What are my economic laws? I still have free trade, thank goodness. There's that at least.
Mm. Yes, and here absolve application. You lost 1 million in 1 week. 1.9 million in 1 week. How?
Yep, I'm very aware. I really don't know why I'm. Let me go look through all these again. God fucking damn. The main thing is I have to get my oil imports back. Like if I don't get those, I'm so fucked.
Yeah. So I would send a delegation to the Ottomans. I'm already exporting. You start importing from us. Like it usually takes.
I already
a while
am.
before...
It's just one of those things I think where it's got to build back up the trade route. Let me look.
Yeah, exactly. But like, ask them to start an export to you as well.
It's literally the same issue. I just have to sit here and wait until it builds up.
Yeah, exactly. It begins with like 20 and it goes up really slowly.
None of them are going up for me too. That's the weird thing.
It should be.
No, it's not.
You need more convoys than...
No, I have 171,000 convoys. Maybe I just need to make it just like so fucking profitable. Let me try that.
Yeah. Or perhaps go to like modern port or industrial port so it's more per...
Oh, I already am. That's not the issue. I have plenty of convoys. The problem is I'm not getting oil. Maybe I just need to jack the price up so it's like impossible not to trade with me.
Yep, I'm exporting. It has gone up to. I'm exporting 731 right now, to you. So it's gonna go up slowly.
Sounds good.
But it's already at several hundred. So.
They definitely deleted iron mines. I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they removed something at least because your economy didn't fare too well, sadly. I don't know what happened with my economy as well.
Mobilize part of the military. We'll do that.
Kiev.
Alright, the profitability of oil should be so fucking ridiculously high at this point. Speeding up a little bit.
Yeah.
I was getting ridiculous amounts of oil from places, and it's just like not happening now. That's so weird.
Yeah. My oil export has gone up to 1100.
I know, but I need like 15,000 oil.
Yeah, I know.
I need 25,000 oil is what I need.
Yeah, you probably need to change.
But there's no reason I shouldn't be able to sustain what I had before. I mean, it's got to just show back up somehow.
Yeah, export routes take a long time to build up, even in real life.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Let's see what's actually going
AI
on.
has removed all my arms industries. Why?
Because you went off your country. Every time you do it, does that.
Yeah.
That's what's ruining my economy. Is I don't have enough. I need another 1,000 ironclads. Did I just? I bet they deleted all my shipyards. Yeah, I have 27 now. Oh fuck. Oh. Yep. Okay, let's build some more of those. This doesn't ruin my economy. And somehow all my pops, I bet all my pops just fucking migrated out. Yeah, I'm losing pops again like crazy. Dude.
Yeah.
This fucking multiculturalism shit is actually pissing me off now.
Yeah. Oh god. Your entire nation is red in a migration.
Yep. It's like there's 10 different Kirby's all sucking my fucking people out. This is pretty fucking stupid.
Where are they moving now?
Fucking knows. Britain, France, UK, they all have mixed up multiculturalism. Probably. Let me look.
They're moving to your Chinese province.
Are they fucking?
Wait,
yeah.
Yeah, they're all going to your Chinese province.
1.3 million people, and going up.
My population growth.
Annual projected migration 2 million.
Yes.
What?
Oh yeah. You're like building like German cities in China.
What the actual fuck is this?
Oh god.
It's just like there's this paradise on Earth, which is German China. It's just amazing there, you know. Oh my god.
Oh, they're already 200,000 Chinese, like 230,000 Germans in Shenyang. This is actually funny.
Man, if this is a single player game, I just literally take this save out back and shoot it in the back of the head, but my god.
I lost over half my GDP.
Oh, there are 330,000 Germans in Hong Kong.
Oh my god. And they delete all my engines too. Oh my god, fuck off. Did they delete it, or is just not making them? Because they're all going to fucking China, that's why.
Yeah, at least they're not leaving your market.
No, they deleted some of my
your
engines
Chinese.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, at least they're not leaving your market. They're just going to your Chinese ports.
Yeah, that's better, I suppose.
Yep.
Do I still have fine art production? I do, it's just there's no people. God damn, I need that goddamn oil.
Okay. Who left?
Colombia. Alright, I'm just gonna completely mothball my military. I have no choice here.
My Kaiser, Mr. Sherman, whatever you want. It appears to be a counter-revolution in America. A man called Theodore Roosevelt is posing the communist rule.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Chairman Theodore Roosevelt of the Council Republic of Revolutionary America.
And feminist.
Oh my god. He's a feminist.
Yeah.
I don't think that tracks very well, but word. This is like the more base Theodore Roosevelt.
I mean, he's still called a chairman based on the laws of the countries revolting against. Oh, Charles is playing as them. Oh god, I want to support them.
Yeah, communist America is tragic.
Yeah.
Need to do something about it.
I mean, Theodore Roosevelt is the right man to have a counter-revolution, though. Like... Sorry, I should stay now. Or, yeah. Oh, I'll leave.
Boys, this is pretty fucking bad. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
We could guess. What was the law they wanted to enact that caused the revolution?
Oh, my amount of radicals is going up a shit ton.
As soon as I get the oil, we're fucking fine. I sound like an American president. Just need a little bit more of that oil, man. I'm not addicted. I can stop whenever I want. Not really. My economy will collapse.
And ours too. Once those magic clouds stop appearing, my economy crashes. How are we doing on electricity, by the way?
I need the oil to get it. Like, all of my oil, electricity production is coming from oil, and I have to maintain that because we have to keep the value of oil high, so we are competitive and get more of it in our market. Like, that's the name of the game right now. If anything,
Yeah,
I need to try and...
Yeah, I also have like 30 running electricity things, but they run on engines, so...
Yeah. I'm just trying to get basically as much of the, because oil, like, who gets to trade good? My trade competitiveness is so fucking high. We will get it over everyone else. We just need to make sure the profitability is high. So I'm just making oil ridiculously expensive, which in the short term is hurting our economy, but in the long term means we're going to grab the majority market share of global oil, which will allow us to actually not die here.
I'm almost running plus again.
What caused the revolution in the first place?
I don't even fucking know, man. Like, try to remember. There was something that they were wanting. I think it was literally to like a reform to a more liberal government. And then I tried to pass the law presidential republic because I was literally going to RP that the Kaiser is forced to step down, and then the petite bourgeoisie fired off a revolt for, I don't even still know why.
God.
Probably because the Kaiser wanted to step down and you still had a lot of political clout.
I guess, but they shouldn't have been able to get all that many soldiers and stuff. All that kind of thing.
Well, maybe they had a lot of influential people in the military, like generals and such.
That could be.
Tend to change that a bit.
Although, like, there is ways I could roleplay this out, I'm kind of not going to, because this is just a stupid fucking paradox thing. Like, to be frank with you, like, this revolt made no sense, so...
Yeah.
Out of
you can ignore that.
Detestment for how this game is functioning, I'm not gonna roll with this. Like, in my eyes, what has happened is that the communists and the socialists won in the election by a fucking landslide. The Kaiser was forced to step down, which is what I'd planned to do, and this is the transition period. So, like, I don't know. I don't even just want to acknowledge this. This is just so fucking dumb. And you guys are getting fucked, which I do apologize about, but again, there's nothing I can do
okay.
here.
We can always say that this is an economic crisis. Or...
It certainly is that. We could do the second market crash. We had one when we invaded Japan, so... Is Japan still in the market as well? Yeah, they are. Okay,
they are still, yeah.
Is Japan a player now, or are they AI?
No, it's just AI.
Mm.
But we're gonna have Japan players next.
Oh, we actually will, for the last session?
Yeah.
Cool.
People didn't want it to play it, I don't understand why, and then they want it. So, just like USA.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have it on their list. Okay, why are we not getting more oil? Let's take a look here. Hey, it's still gonna grow, just takes time.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Greetings. We just wanted to know what the status of the German Empire was currently.
As soon as I get the oil imports back, I'll be fine. That's just what I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting for the trading thing to tick up.
We just wanted to know politically what your nation
I
is.
refuse to acknowledge this stupid shit. So what happened was that the communists and the SDP took power in the government. They demanded that the Kaiser cede power, which he did, and a presidential republic has been formed, which I just have to wait to do. But RP-wise, that's my government right now.
Okay.
And I'll just go with an economic crash. We'll go with that.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, out of RP, I was looking at this situation to try and break economically away from you, but it didn't seem completely fair, you know.
Yeah.
I
mean, you could, but let me get powerful again. Like this is just so fucking stupid.
My thing, right? I built up all these alliances. I've been talking my ass off with people. I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm not planning on winning necessarily, but I just want to have a fun fight.
You're actually revolting?
No, not necessarily.
Oh boy.
But it
after everything I've done for your country, Siam.
Yeah, I know. That's why I keep supporting you now, because I don't feel like it's fair. I want to fight you. That's why I said
we can do it. Just give me. I gotta wait till the oil gets back up, and I'll be fine.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to be fair, but right now I'm not gonna do it because I'm very fucking dependent on you right now.
Yeah, I mean that was like the whole plan I did diplomatically. Is I wanted to get people into my market, have no direct control over them, and just get them so dependent on my market they could never leave. Like that was my game plan.
Yeah. The only thing I really need from you are engines, oil, and electricity. Everything else I got covered, but I can't get enough of those.
Those are fucking important things, to be fair. And that's the other thing is like the way I designed my economy for this game is I want laissez-faire free trade. So my trade competitiveness is so fucking high that the goods that people in my market would get access to due to that, they wouldn't get outside of it. So there's just basically so many incentives to just never fucking leave once you join, which is basically supposed to be like a trap economy, right? You know,
well, it worked on
you
me.
get in, then you can't really get back out. That was the idea.
Well, it's working, so that part of the RP is working out perfect.
True. All right.
So
only 7,000
it does
deficit
have
now.
a turn side, I believe, because you are somewhat reliant on our
of course.
import too.
It was supposed to be like a mutually assured economic destruction. So we couldn't decouple with anyone who joins, but they couldn't decouple with us, was the way I wanted to run it. So I thought it'd be interesting, and it was.
It is, and it works. It literally works in-game too. That's the best part.
Yeah. Vicky 3 is so ridiculously buggy, and my god, this is an alpha version of a game that should have waited. But the core features of this game, they're still so incredible, right? I mean, they really are.
Yeah,
I lost women in the workplace. There's half the problem. They really pushed women out of the workplace? No. Yeah, no, because I had suffrage. Do that. I thought I had suffrage. Did I lose it? Huh.
I'm also completely rushing social reforms now just to keep pops, you know?
Same here.
It's not very fun game.
I had multiculturalism, but then I lost it when this should happen. I'm just hemorrhaging pops. Like, I'm just losing them like crazy now.
Oh, I went so far as, like, I legitimately tried not to research anything connected to it. Yep. Like, I tried to stay as racist as I could, just because I knew, like, the game pushed you there, you know?
Yeah, like I said, we are gonna really debuff it, and we gotta enforce this shit next game, because it didn't break the game, but it fucked it up pretty bad.
Yeah, like in the first session or second sessions, I make posts like, yes, the Kingdom of Siam has decided not to be racist against everybody, just a certain...
Yeah. Well, I wanted their RP until the ending game, like, basically, like, German racism. Not like the full-blown, like, fucking Hitler kind, but like the kind where it's like, listen, we're gonna build up your country, and then you're gonna be second-class citizens to the German Empire. Like, that was gonna be my whole thing, was like, just that really subtle European racism, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm gonna revolt, at least not this session.
You can do it the last one. We can have a showdown or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. That feels more appropriate now to better to. So,
I'm getting there.
Until that time, I will, like, fully support you.
Sounds good.
Mostly. And, well, I hope everything keeps improving. Speak to you later.
It will. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Just, Amo, I will not be able to attend the Saturday rule set discussion.
Sure.
Can I send you my suggestions and you take that?
Yeah, we got in the bottom of the Discord, we created a new thing. It's called Vic3 rule set discussions. Do you see it? You can make threads there, like in suggestions. Just put everything you want in there, and we'll bring it up at the meeting and discuss it.
Okay. The main issue, I think, sometimes is that people don't respect, let's say, the national spirit of countries.
Yeah. I saw that mod. It's not balanced enough for us to put in, certainly not for 1.2, but we could take its ideas and do some stuff with it in the future. It does tie into some other stuff that we're going to add in the mod later on.
Well, what did I wrote?
You're talking about that mod you proposed, right?
No, not the mod, just in general, like USA turning communist or Russia being democratic too early, some things like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that ties fundamentally into the realism elements of RP too, right? I mean, like that shit, like for America, that happened because of like his internal, like his country was poorly run, so they revolted, kind of thing. But yeah, I agree. But like I said, put all your recommendations into a thing there, and we'll overview it next Saturday when we discuss that stuff.
Also, is it possible maybe to decrease the rate at the Navy regain its morale? Because I mean, Russia, when it lost the war with Japan, it took years for them to regain their battleships, so...
We could work on that, but it's very finicky. We're adding a few changes in the mod for Navy in 1.2. We're making it so flotillas are capped lower, meaning like your admirals can't have these ridiculously big death stacks. We're adding a whole menu in for naval invasions, and we're capping them so a country can only do one at the same time. And then we're doing, I think, a few adjustments to some like the naval statistics. But regarding that, it's a very finicky. Morale regain is a very powerful thing. We can mess around with it. I'm implementing like a whole new system. I don't know if I'll have it for 1.2. I will definitely for our next update though, where I'm literally just trashing the whole military tech tree and just rebuilding a new one, and that'll tie into that. Like I'm breaking it down into, I'll go into it later, but anyway, yeah. It'll be worked on, but for 1.2, I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
It's okay, take your time, but I just wanted to know if it's possible for the next
It is possible. No, that is a changeable statistic, certainly. When you get into those core numbers, especially for military conflict and Vic, they're very finicky though, so you got to be careful. That's the thing. Yeah.
The thing is also we made a lot of sessions now, so we learn from it and we learn from our mistakes how to improve them.
That's the nice thing about like the mod that we have is we literally have like the best testing system possible. We have a weekly game with like 30 fucking people who all test the mod, so it's kind of, you know, it's pretty fucking nice. Yeah.
That's why I'm very excited for the new Sunday game.
Yep. That'd be good. Oh, I appreciate the roleplay primers, by the way. I'm putting those in this week. We're gonna have quite a few new ones too, which will be nice.
Well, it's a great pleasure to help you, and also I'm slowly quitting my job, as I told you, so I have free time, and if I put that time to dedicate to this server, it's really great for me.
Sure, as long as you know you think that time is worthwhile. I mean, I do the same thing. The amount of time I put in is significant, but yeah. To be fair, I think the mod will end up being really fucking good. I'm really excited for it, though. I mean, like, some of the things that we want to do. It's going to be pretty cool.
This is the best multiplayer I've played.
I'll be honest, these Vic games have been the most fun I've had in RP, probably, period. It beats...
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else I've had this much fun
I am so impressed about all the work people put in. It's pretty impressive.
The post that you see, like, especially, like, 2 weeks ago, I remember, like, I just checked, like, the fucking RP channels, and it was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it's goddamn, like, books, you know? And it's good. It's not just, like, you know, filler words, too. Like, they're fucking interesting. But yeah.
I've tried to kind of replicate that stuff. It's quite hard.
It is. I mean, that's the thing is it's one part creative writing, it's one part understanding the game, and it's one part like the fucking art part. I mean, because it used to be in the server, like in the beginning, we started in the beginning with literally just break your own news reports, which is like you could put an image in, it had like the news headline, and people put like 5 words. Then it moved to like multi-sentence RP. Then it moved to like larger paragraph RP with nothing else. But now it's at the point where it's like paragraph on paragraph of interesting RP and then put into an artistic format people use like GIMP and shit for. So it's, the evolution's been fucking wild. That's for sure. Goddamn.
It's a lot of fun, but it is very tiring to make.
It is. No, it definitely is. But it's creative. The way I see it, I mean, like, it is a very creative thing to do, you know, and it's always a case of like, is this something that brings you value and something you enjoy? And if it is, sure. But it is a lot of work. I didn't put out an RP post this week, like a big one, because I just was like, oh, fucking hell. I didn't have time for it, so. Because they take a while.
I'm not going into it now because you're probably streaming, but I'm leaving the game. I'm sick of it, quite frankly. If you have a look at what's going in the American RP post with Sermo, I'm done.
Hold on, what happened there real quick?
He's decided to grant independence to Colombia after everything we talked about. We're supposed to have having the same parameters for the war. And it's just untenable now, and he's just so erratic. You were in the conversation with him when he said that he wasn't getting involved, and I'm sick of it.
My understanding though was like this is not good because you were supposed to fight a war with them when they were weaker, and then you couldn't, right?
Yeah, and we were just about to do it again, and then Colombia left.
Dude, go talk to Hastings. Just I know.
Already have. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. I'm sick of it. I can't play it. So I'm going to be leaving this game, and I apologize. I know it's the worst thing I can do. I'm looking.
No, if I was in your position, I'd be fucking angry as hell too, man.
But I'm leaving because I don't want to go around start shouting at people, which I'm really on the verge of doing. So
take a minute. Yeah, let's have a talk. I'll talk with Hastings. Like
I'm just shooting off, mate. I'm going to close down the PC.
All right, cool. All right, I'll catch you later, Brock.
All right, bye.
God damn it, he's really not stopping that. Yeah, no, Brock's a good dude, man.
So it's not too many things should change for that because they've been trying to attack for like several sessions now. So I think.
Well, I could have attacked at the beginning of the session.
So what was the deal with like allowing Britain to get involved with this thing? Because I really do sympathize with the fucking Brazilians on this. Like, goddamn.
I agree. I haven't given him the green light to join now.
Proctus left. He was, from my understanding, he was told that they were allowed to join and all this stuff, and you're gonna let them and all that kind of thing. He dipped, man. Like, he's fucking pissed. Let me mute screen real quick too. Oh, hold on.
But isn't that part of the RP?
Yep. Yep.
I was stronger before in comparison. I barely grew my military. Mexico only just developed a military that is similar to mine in terms of quality.
All I really gained was money. I had to build up all my ports. I researched. I was a tech behind a military.
It wasn't really you, Colombia.
The war never happened.
It was the USA Content.
Yeah. Well, why weren't they able to do that?
Because your allies.
No, yeah.
So your allies took it upon themselves to build up massive militaries in the interim period, so there was like no way that they could actually fight the war anymore because they just had years upon years to build up military.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to say a couple of things. On the other hand, I see that there's no point in this. Frankly, I get this is a shitty situation. But first of all, my military's been going for a while, and it barely grew from one different session to another. Colombia had 40 battalions, and it's still 40 battalions, stuff like that.
I had 40.
United States had been humiliated by Mexico ages ago. It had a reason to be. Yeah, and I had statements for it. I had in RP reasons for doing it. Well, neither of them calling in half of Europe to
That's not what they were doing,
nation.
Charles.
That's not what I've been told. That's not what I've been told. I've been told that there was a massive coalition to kill the US. Well, I didn't know.
So the Dutch and Portuguese just didn't join the war?
No, the Portuguese were going to join the war. No. The Portuguese were going to join the war because they're part of the alliance. They did tell me that.
No,
they were
I
going
mean,
to join the war.
Okay, whatever.
Yes, but not the Dutch or anybody else.
I mean, if we were talking about the USA situation and coalition to kill USA, I mean, it wasn't to kill USA. The objective was not to kill USA, but it was basically what it devolved into.
Yeah. Can we speak later? I did not give Britain the green light. I asked because they said that Britain was sporadic and changed sides all the time. So I asked Britain. I didn't give him a green light. I just asked him. I had not given him the green light to join.
Not yet. Well, I'm not sure. He sent a request to the AI, but he didn't get back to me on whether or not it actually went through. Because the AI.
I did not know that Colombia joined the British market. Yep. Yep.
I didn't know the situation that had occurred between it, because I had assumed we were just gonna go straight into the war since the game started, but then no one did anything.
In Canada.
In Canada as well.
My military didn't really grow from this time. It remained largely the same.
I'm just gonna say, like, I'm not mad at anyone. I just feel like that 4 weeks of like roleplay that I've like worked hard on has been like thrown out the window. So like that's just how where I'm at right now.
I was wondering why you didn't go in immediately, but now that explains it.
Yeah,
I honestly did not know that the USA did this. Believe me, I had no idea. I think me and Canada got kicked out last session halfway through, and we got taken over by AI. So had no idea what the US is doing.
There was already there was already
Okay, what's going on? I just got back from the bathroom.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
He's not coming back next session, but he's on a trip, so that was like already like he won't be here. Yeah.
I'm sorry for jumping in, but they can't hear you on the stream. Oh, okay.
I would say maybe since they've thrown a flag up over the Britain making a customs union, since that seems to be what initially has caused people to. Maybe if that gets either avoided or rejected.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not joining.
So honestly, you guys I'm not mad. Like you guys can do your thing.
Like I said, if that gets rejected, then maybe because then if war does happen, Britain doesn't have a customs union, so it doesn't have a reason to intervene.
For a regime change in Colombia so that it's like a more friendly government towards Mexico and Brazil, and for Mexico to conquer Panama.
That was Brazil to get Panama.
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's like also like my allies not here anyway.
I agree. America is in a civil war. Mexico and Brazil takes the time to attack.
Okay, so and what about Ireland? So we don't have America. I don't have Peru because Peru is not in the game. I got Colombia.
Brazil is typing in the chat.
So I should just.
Okay.
Insults at people, please don't. Thank you.
Please. I will say, like, America still had legitimate RP reason to have some military build-up.
It's the amount.
And we already made plans like if Mexico conquered the Panama, we'll create like a joint company with both Portuguese and Brazilian shares. So yeah, we planned like a lot of things ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, let's say okay, America's not joining this war. So what are the sides like as of right now?
For the
There's a
American
war
Entente-
going on.
Okay, so for the American
Portugal.
Entente, it's Gran Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, and the Canada.
Is
I
Peru
don't
Bolivia a
think-
player?
No,
No.
Peru, Bolivia is an
Bolivia's
AI.
gone.
Okay, so Peru Bolivia is
Well,
there.
yeah, Brazil also gone, so we cannot really do it.
Mexico's the only player. I think Portugal's still here.
Wait, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just like refreshing. I'm not seeing a game up. Oh wait, my
Uh,
checksum changed. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I
Did
didn't
you
realize that the game was up.
change
My bad.
your-
I mean, I was in the game earlier, so I didn't have to do anything again, did I?
Just a heads up, guys. I do see that. I'm trying to get this dealt with. There's a big thing. There's a really problematic thing that happened in the Americas. Some players got screwed over. I'm trying to resolve it. It's a conversation that doesn't need to be on stream. It's more like a resolving kind of issue. So I'm going to try and get that done. I'll be back. We still got another hour and 45 minutes. I do apologize, but this kind of needs to get dealt with, or this will, I think, cause a lot of resentment. So this just needs to get dealt with. I'll be back in a bit.
I'm like, oh yeah, so I'm
Or are we just like? Because if we even have Brazil in, so there's like a pre-decision alliance. In this case, then how am I supposed to deal with this?
We're fine. Like I'm fine with just not having a war, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
We can just have a status quo.
I get the situation, and I'm sorry about this. I mean, it sucks. No, but I'm not considering the situation that.
Also, America
let's
got
say
fucked
America's
when
now.
Mexico took half my 1/3 of my territory. If you're gonna be saying that, sorry, but well, it links in why America ramped up its military. It's the sole reason why we did.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
I
I
still have no idea what's
mean,
going on right now.
like in RP, it makes sense for them to build up, but like that had, because we had planned to have the war happen under similar possible circumstances, but like the side, like the defending side is building up militarily, changed it so rapidly so that the war could not happen in the same parameters as initially defined. But yeah.
Well,
Okay,
that
so
would not be
just,
fair to
just
me.
to
and
reiterate what I
Colombia
was
then.
going to do, I'm fine with having the Panama. The Panama's going to be open regardless. The only issue we ever had was who was going to build it, because I don't have the bureaucracy to build it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been mine too.
Questionably, but okay.
Mine only changed because of the situation that was going on and the ganking of the U.S. at the very beginning. Because I was set to have a
Yeah, I've been like.
It was. You can say or whatever you want. Yeah, and I will as well. Yes. And I also had an RP reason to militarize. Over 100 miles of US territory was taken. Sorry, actually, if I can calculate, it was more than that, actually.
I would like. You're saying this case is inconsequential. I am more. I mean, I wouldn't say that Brazil really took American sovereignty to heart, considering that they basically betrayed the entire system, literally in a RP post.
Oh yeah,
They claimed
that was
distraction.
my main issue. That was my whole main issue.
That is the big problem.
Out of RP, can I start this or waiting for them?
Oh yeah, I'm England. I'm just about to start it. I've been so confused what's going on. I've just been waiting.
Yeah, who are waiting for? Yep.
No, we're waiting for Britain to join.
Yeah, I've joined.
I see Surmo as UK.
Yeah, Britain's in now. I was just at the waiting screen.
Cool. Anyone else? No. Yep.
Well,
yeah.
I would want to say that it's
Okay, so wait,
well,
so
first of all,
what's the
nothing's
problem?
really gonna change. Like even if we like concede to all the demands from the Eternal Latin Alliance at this point and just not have a war, it's still gonna be inconsequential in the large picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I get it. They've been wanting to have the war for a long time.
Just say that this game was full of huge mistakes, of huge rule breaking, and that real rules should be written, and that's about it. Well, what will change if you concede to demands? It's going to be a thing for one game, and so what? Okay.
Just quickly, a couple people joined in late, and this feels like a community issue. Can we have a rough breakdown of what exactly has occurred and kind of?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I understand the problem. Can I speak? I think I might be one of the instigators of what's going on, but I'm not entirely like understanding what's going on. So they wanted to declare the war. We all had the agreement that they were going to start the war, but then like it's been like 10 or 12 years in game, and the game situation's changed a lot. Should we have a marker where you can't? If you declare a war and for game rules like someone leaves, it has to be some sort of balancing of you can't militarize vastly more due to the fact that you now have meta knowledge of what's going on. I think the problem we have here is meta knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, so one second. Yep. Did Hasty leave?
I think just enforcing the Panama, because say if the war happened when it was supposed to before Colombia had to leave, Brazil.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that crashed, right? Okay, so
if it also fits.
Who crashed? Did Germany also crash?
What? So okay, so I'm in the main
How
arena.
many people
Says,
crashed? Sorry.
Multiplayer is inaccessible. Please sign into Paradox Plaza. What? Does anyone see that?
Oh, that's that's an unusual crash as well.
Why am I not logged in? Why am I
I
not
don't
logged
even
in?
see
Victoria
anybody
3?
crashing.
Let me see. I'm gonna. Yeah. Do people want to do the rehost? No.
I'm fine with that.
I'm just.
Yeah, I think Colombia and Germany are in the eye of the window. I'm just gonna rehost with the save, old save.
Yeah.
Nothing of.
Okay, so can I explain where my last point of reference is? Is that I didn't think the war was going on anymore. Like, it's just been so long I didn't think. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I have to be able to change my mind about things when conditions change. I understand. Like, this is a special situation where something was declared, but then we had to delay it for so long that it just drifted.
I
think this should have been one of those things
I should have made that clearer that like the alliance powers shouldn't be, because the war was supposed to happen last session, or like even the one before.
And I'm so sorry. Again, I'm really sorry. I had no other option. I had to leave.
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah.
No.
That's not the problem here.
Yeah, we understand that we understand that you had to leave, but that was like the initial. Yeah.
I do have a question. Like, why didn't you start the war at the beginning of the session? Or
See,
maybe
that's
like
what I
12
thought. I
months
thought we were
away?
just gonna flat out start the war as soon as we began.
Yeah.
I was wondering what would happen.
Because honestly, I also got a feeling like, okay, well, I guess it's just gonna happen someday, but we gotta continue our
we had to
thing.
catch up militarily.
Well, yeah, that's
So we were stuck in a loop of reforming.
Didn't you tell me you were going to get Portugal and that, who militarily Portugal had a far superior navy?
Yeah, I was always assuming that Portugal was a part of Brazil and Mexico,
They are.
and that I was just staying out because of Germany.
Yeah, and I thought that also, I don't know if Spain was in on it. I thought it was Portugal, Spain was gonna. I know Spain had issues, but I thought that I thought Portugal was also joining this war, as well as maybe if you needed, you could call in the Dutch, because I know you had an alliance with the Dutch before.
I did not have an alliance with the I keep
I
reiterating
I
it was a
understand what you're saying, but,
coalition
like,
if the French and the British joined. I did not have an alliance with all those countries.
I was genuinely under the impression that there was no war because I just assumed that it was going. If the drift of military power after the war deck was something that we should have made sure was stayed balanced until the war could be declared.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes,
I mean, you take
had
the
this
war with me
conversation.
and the Ottomans, like, we laid out exactly what was going to happen. We both sat there and went, we're happy if we win, we're happy if we lose. We made a cool story, and that was all we did. We wanted to make a story, and that was it. At no point was there any hostility. We were happy with either way. I mean, the war ended inconclusively, but I was ready to do what I'm. absolutely outstanding. Like to go
The fact that you
from-
divided up your whole fucking empire if just for IP, man, like goddamn.
It makes sense.
That takes balls.
I went from a nation that like had totality. I had like Nazi police literally rounding up people who were against executing them. Like it makes sense that if I have a civil war, which I had done, and then a great war afterwards, my nation's just gonna we give up. We can't do this, and they're gonna split apart. So no, I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, and it makes complete sense story-wise. So.
Yeah.
I also what I really loved is it changed the dynamic of Europe because you've got the superpower of Germany and a really strong ally of Austria, and I've just gone bye-bye. Like you're on your own. Good luck.
And then you
to
have
give that kind of change in dynamic, which I thought was really fun. Because like the thing with Europe is it becomes very samey after a while. Everyone's just building their economies, and then there's like the same 3 allies that go against the other same 3 allies, and then nothing really happens. But being able to shape up Europe like that was just a lot of fun.
And then Spain is there at the south, like a rabid dog.
Yeah, Spain
is
Spain is slowly dying.
Spain,
There's a rotting corpse on the end of Europe.
I mean,
I from Spain.
I should have.
All right, just a moment, guys. I do apologize about that. There was an issue in the Americas that got really out of hand. Players were getting fucking pretty upset about it. One player got very upset about it. It was one of those things that just had to be dealt with. I didn't want to just let that thing fucking go and just people get angry, resentment. We don't fucking need that in these games. So that was probably like, what, 20-30 minute discussion there. It got fairly, I think, well resolved, to be honest. So again, I do apologize about that. We're back. We're going to keep the game going for another hour. There was a crash. We're doing a rehost, and then we'll go for the last hour of the game. So yeah. Especially since we're about to start a new game. I don't want us walking into that in a bad situation, so.
I will, if I'm not happy with people's RP, and I will say if you have any colonies, I will not be happy with your RP for multiculturalism. But in that case, I will change back your laws and give you like a few million radicals for even attempting it.
But I think in Spain's case, it wasn't even just multiculturalism, because most nations that Spain has lost Spanish people to have been European nations. And if you even have racial segregation, you're going to lose Spanish crops to them. So, like...
I'm in Furthermore. I got like 4 separate like migration events to you.
I know. To me specifically.
Like everyone with true multiculturalism, even part multiculturalism, they're just pulling pops out of everyone's country, like across the board right now. Like it's it's pretty obscene.
The thing is, I've gone multiculturalism to try to like at least fix my radicals issue because I can't like do anything otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, it is difficult right now to punish anyone or do anything because Spain, you change the multiculturalism just to survive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So do we need like a dedicated referee in every game then?
We do have one.
Oh, yeah,
I am the referee. Yes.
I mean, like someone who's not actually involved in the game and has time to go around and look around and see if everyone's following the rules.
That's supposed to be me, but
as a GC, it is overwhelming. Like we are trying to get it. We're going to be implementing a new system in the server called support GCs, where basically there's the main GCs and we have the support GC system, which is basically if you want to help out, you can still play in the game. You get given just like one small job, so the GC isn't just fucking drowning in shit to do. So hopefully that will help with some of that. So
it's mostly that
I've not been able to like look on people's militaries like. At this point, like I've made it clear with the rules. Like I've not checked. Like I'm not.
I mean, it's also, in my opinion, a community thing in that regard. So, like, if someone is breaking the rules, it's on yourself to go to the GC and go, "Hey, this person is breaking the rules. Can you deal with it?"
You got to report
the GC can't
stuff.
watch everything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You really
You've got to report the problem because the GC cannot have their eyes everywhere. It's impossible.
I mean, at this point, like I will not notice if I don't know the US would have motorized reconnaissance right now because like I can't spend all my time is going through country after country looking for.
Yeah,
rules.
especially with laws as well. It's like multiculturalism. Like if someone does that, you're not going to know unless you check them. Like, there's
You know
no
what we should
pop-up.
do, and it actually wouldn't be hard to do in the mod, because we're literally, Dinarka is working on a thing for innovations to pop up. Wouldn't it be really easy for us to get a thing so if someone changes their law to multiculturalism, it's a global pop-up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent idea. We're changing multiculturalism anyway, so it
We
might
are,
not even be worth.
but it will still be strong, and the migration attraction elements will still be
Oh,
there.
okay.
So for
Well, yeah,
things
in that
like
case,
that,
absolutely,
it wouldn't be a bad idea to make some of these bigger, like, impactful changes on our players actually be a pop-up. Like, I really wish they had the Vic2, like, newspaper system, but since they don't,
the
you know,
newspaper system.
you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could probably add that in, to be fair, something similar. Because I've seen people make custom like animation and pop-ups and menus and things.
Because I will say honestly, like I personally did not notice the military buildup of America, and like that's
I didn't either.
No, it's not. It's
you
not your
don't go
responsibility
looking
to-
for it. Yeah, no one like. Yeah.
Stuff like that needs to be reported by paid players to the GC. It's not your. You monitor what you can, of course, but it's not your. It's not your responsibility to monitor every single player's actions. Because
I'm gonna focus on big things if a big war is happening or whatever.
I think that might be even something we discussed on Saturday. It's just any big event goes through the GC in terms of we're doing A. I've agreed it with person B, person C. We're all happy with this, and so the GC can like understand the sides and the perspectives, the RP posts, and any big wars. They can go, oh, okay, I understand what's happening now, rather than this big war's caused a fight, and the GC has no idea what's going on.
There's been a lot of cases that in the games where people will, they'll get upset at the GC, like, why didn't you see this? And it's like, well, if no one tells you and you're monitoring 10 things at once, stuff will slip through, and it causes issues, but like, it's kind of a case of, again, you can't, people shouldn't be looking at the GCs as just like this person who does everything and runs the game. Like this is a cooperative game. It's not a comp game. We got to work together and to, communicate this stuff.
We're all just here to make stories with each other.
Game,
Otherwise,
is anyone trying to join, or may I start? I guess everyone listening in and ready, I think. Can I start?
so.
Okay,
We're
I'm
good.
going
Germany at the next Congress of Europe. You're still gonna vote for me, right?
For recognition? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can have the Council of Europe. Is everyone in here, or where are people? Otherwise, I'll make a room.
Some people are, I believe, in their own rooms.
Yes.
Just make a stage event for it, I think.
Yep. Make a stage event.
Kaiser Oscar.
Kaiser Oscar is under house arrest right now.
Oh, sorry.
You're just call the leader of the majority. I'm a leader of the Socialist
leader of the
Coalition in
majority.
charge. Yeah.
The Republic of Austria would like to humbly request that we join your market.
We're not gonna say no, but you do know what just happened to our country, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, but we're not going to survive without access.
We're not gonna say no, but I mean, we talked about it extensively. I mean, the socialist government would accept. So.
Out of RP, I don't know what you're going to RP is what happened, but I'm assuming you've just had like a chill leadership change. Like I'm assuming it was peaceful.
I don't want to acknowledge the civil war. It was one
Yeah.
part the game's issue, one part me not reading it correctly. So I'm just kind of gonna go with that. There was like a market crash basically internally, and the socialists are still in power. So.
All right, perfect. Well then, in RP, we're going to join your market as previously discussed.
Sure, sounds good to me.
I've got to fix my economy.
The game doesn't, how's it going, BF Defend? Also, for anyone who's been talking, I haven't been responding, I do apologize. I'm not trying to be a dick, not trying to ignore you. This was just a really important thing for the games, for the server that needed to be talked about, so I do apologize. Regarding renaming a ship, as far as I'm aware, you can't rename individual ships in Vicky 3 unless I am not knowing how to do it. BF different. Either I can refund your points, or I'm not too sure. I can have a mod refund your points real quick if you like. I wish the game will let you rename ships. It'd be really cool, but it doesn't. It doesn't let you rename like battalions either, which it should. I mean, you know, it's not like individual divisions like Hoi 4, but they should let you. Doesn't, sadly. Yeah, we are in a depression.
Russian may elect and speak on their behalf, but they will not have the voting rights.
Yes.
Canada will not have voting rights because they are power 11. Yes, Ottoman Empire as well. And Siam will speak on behalf of course, the Federal Republic of Germany, or what are you called?
Yeah, we'll go with Federal Republic. This is like Weimar Republic basically now.
Yes, yes. Well, I'd probably also make a request for which laws you want, and also if you want a particular IG to be boosted. But yeah, I think everyone is up on stage. The petitioner might plead their case.
Who are
yes.
you asking to speak right now?
The Federal Republic of Germany.
Wait, what's this meeting about? Because I was muted for a second.
Your proposal on Siam, I think, and then someone had a different issue.
Didn't we already vote on that last time?
It was interrupted
because of your revolution.
crisis.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we've already stated our case, so it's just a vote again, right?
Yeah.
We weren't. The Great Britain wasn't at that meeting.
Britain, Australia, and India did not hear it, so, and they are like half the voting alliance. So having those countries already been spoken to by Siam. I mean, the issue on the table is the recognition of Siam, given that they have become a military and an economic power in Asia, and are more of very much befitting of a recognized power status. I mean, we're supporting them, but this is a cause championed by Siam, who, as far as we are aware, have garnered many nations to support them in this.
Yes, I spoke to almost all of them.
Great Britain would like to understand the answer to the question of their undue influence by the Germans.
They are in a common market with Germany, which they have wished to stay in, unless I'm mistaken.
For now, we will stay in the market. Out of RP, I was planning to break away from the Germans, but it didn't feel right to do it right then. So, for now, I will stay in the market.
Just a reminder, we are not a colonial power like some in Europe. It is an open door. You are capable of leaving. So, just to reiterate that.
Same as all of our family members.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, sorry.
On the same tune, then, we would like recognition of Australia and India as great powers. If the case of their undue influence is now not a problem.
Australia is like more than warranted. Germany fully backs that. They are a modern power, more than befitting of it. But in many ways, we do feel that although we wish to see India become one, you have in many ways ignored them. They are still a very basic agricultural economy that needs to be modernized, and we hope that you do so, and as soon as you do, we fully would support it, but right now they, as far as we're aware, are not.
They are also protectorate, so it's
correct.
Not entirely independent.
Yes. We are happy to accept that there may be a framework for them to be recognized as well.
Absolutely. I mean, modernizing their economy in Britain, you actually investing in their country to modernize them and upgrade the quality of life, and giving them their independence. At that point, absolutely.
And then we would also like the possibility of a framework for Canada to one day become power, due to their leadership over North America.
Canada is not the leader of North America. They are one of 3 powers currently in that sphere of influence. They are certainly a power, but they're already recognized. You know that, right, Britain?
Yes.
So what are you proposing then?
We're proposing that they would also be included in a possible framework for future recognition as a great power.
No, most certainly not. They're a pseudo vassal of your country, and their economy is strong, but there are many other economies who also are strong. At least Germany wouldn't see that being the case. I mean, unless others do. If that's the standard we're going to hold to, there are many other powers who will need to be a part of these conversations in the future. Which we're not opposed to.
Dutch East Indies, I believe, would be one
Yeah,
of those.
Absolutely.
They are nearing 1 billion GDP, which is far stronger than any of the other proposed vassals, other than India, of
So
course.
I suppose this is now really a question of what constitutes the Congress. I mean, the predecessors to my government were certainly a tyrannical one, but many powers now have a more Republican mindset, including ours. We are a full proponent for transforming this assembly to one with more democratic ideals, where countries who have been ignored for very long times by Europe would have a say. We're very much in agreement on that, but I mean, that's a conversation we need to have now then, is it not?
Yes, and that is exactly the conversation we wish to have.
Good. So in that case, there are many countries that we need to bring into that. I mean, the Brazilians, the Mexicans, the Canadians, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Ottoman state, of course, the Egyptian state, the Qing. I mean, they have been ignored by us by generation, but there's still people who deserve a voice in the world. The Japanese, the Sikhs, I mean, honestly, too.
Yes,
it might be imprudent of me to say them, then would the name Council of Europe no longer be appropriate?
It's the Council of Vienna. I mean, this is something very different if we wish to go this route, and we fully support it.
What would be the proposed organization? Would it be a permanent body of a set number of states, or how would the membership of this organization be proposed?
I believe the formation of a Congress of Vienna should be honored in its ability for the past decade.
Why should we not just throw it out and create a new system? It's a relic of the old empires of Europe.
Yes, but it's a system that has worked.
Has it?
And what if we create a new system that does not work as well?
Look at the maps of the world right now. It's full of nothing but empires in various stages of fighting against reform and enfranchisement of their people. Is that a system that works?
It works for us. It has worked for our children.
This is not a question. You are proposing the enfranchisement of people based on representation, or did I mistake that? Are you simply wishing to push your own
yes,
market states into power?
We're wishing to have a framework for included representation on such a stage.
So then I go back to the same. The Congress of Vienna never worked. Only in the favor of empires.
Yes. But
so let us
if we
not
wish
throw it out.
to check empires, then shouldn't they be checked by having more membership in such a Congress?
Why not give all nations representation on Earth?
Exactly.
Well, good. We're in agreement then.
So
let's throw out the Congress of Vienna and build a new system.
We believe it on the same frameworks, though. Everyone should have a voice, just as
the Congress of Vienna is an elitist system that only benefits the powerful.
How so?
How so? If I called upon the nation, one of the few remaining nations still independent, to speak here, such as the Sing Emirate, they need permission of one of the great powers to speak. Is that a fair system?
Yes.
No, it is not. Definitionally, it is not fair.
Would you rather have us go through the original Congress of Vienna, where congressions from
the Federal Republic of Germany proposes the creation of an assembly, which is elected based on representation of the peoples of the world and their localities and the governments? Why must we make this not democratic by nature?
Are you proposing a global republic, sir?
No, certainly not. That's not what we're suggesting. We're suggesting a legislative body which can make good decisions and is given proper representation of all people. It's something we here in the Republic feel is very important, and we know there are others who agree to this. I have a similar concept.
We would have to entrench the top empires in the world, considering of how effective. Well, a nation like Great Britain has a large effect on the world's economy.
Sure, and your economy will always give you great power, but in terms of representation, if we were to make a fair system, it would be based on people. The nations of the world is made up of people, are they not?
Yes.
The Dutch would like to make it clear that while we're not completely opposed to the idea, we do have many worries with such a system. The world is being shaken by the multitude of communist revolutions, the successful ones in Spain and Switzerland. If we were to just hand over such great power to the average person, then the socialist menace could subvert our entire diplomatic world.
I speak of the revolution, and by mere speaking, so I believe you have manifested such a thing.
Okay, I want the revolutionary one to win. Can I concede to you, Hastings, if you switch them real quick? Because that's the one who's supposed to be in power. Thank you.
So I will play. Can you play? Can you up on Russian?
Yeah,
just
sure.
not delete anything. Sure.
You have to move off it first.
Yeah, cool. I've moved,
right,
moved it
go.
up.
Shuffling chairs.
Yeah.
I think again we can go back to the framework. What type of a nation and what standards would they have to keep to have representation? Communism, of course, cannot be allowed in.
May
but
I
democratically elected
propose an
nation
idea?
is good.
Where do we draw that line, though? Communism is a very open field. My government, for example, is one that holds in good place good values of enfranchising the people of our country. There are fringe communist elements here, but they're not in power. Who defines what is a communist country and what is not?
A communist country is defined by the suppression of other non-communist groups.
A question: did you want me to give up, or how will that give up?
Get the main government, the revolutionary one, to win. So just get the small one to concede to the main governments. Petty bourgeoisie will be out. Will be a republic properly. Yeah.
I will wait and can we just wait until it stops and then you change back to Germany?
Sure, I'll just jump on there and we'll do it when the play starts. Sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So you stay in Russia, then when it starts, go to Germany, surrender. I will go to Russia, and then you go back to Germany.
Also, your country say it doesn't ruin it. But back on topic. Okay, so that's fair. We completely agree. Any government that bans the opposition or takes total power, I mean, that is a tyrannical government. So we fully agree with that.
So we shall only allow for democratic regimes?
Not necessarily democratic, but
if you ban the people's rights, the voice to be heard, why would you have any right to be in a global representation?
Okay.
Yes.
I think Russia. I don't want to RP, but like I think the Russian Empire would vote against this.
Oh, you definitely would, yeah.
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 The Batavian Republic would also like it to be known that there is a very clear definition of a socialist in the Protector of the Republic's book, Grota Nifin Europa. So if everyone would buy that and read it, they'd understand the true danger of the socialist
Are you really trying
menace.
to sell your book at this global peace conference or global conference?
Yes, he is.
No, we're not trying to sell it. We're trying to educate the minds of the world.
Oh, of course. At a low price of 1999 currencies that I don't know what your country uses.
Per month.
Gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah, damn right. Goddamn.
Why is it always like 9.9 or 19.99 per month?
Certainly, but yes, we would. It would be paramount for any sort of support of this from the Batavian Republic that socialists and of any stripe not be allowed to gain such control.
Socialism is not a dangerous
for our
government.
world.
Communism and the overthrowing of democratic ideals and taking total power is a dangerous one, and that we certainly do not need to allow.
Well, Swart would hold that all stripes of socialism are dangerous due to the eventual threat of their trickery, as seen in Spain.
Do you not have poor laws in the Batavian
menace.
Republic?
Pardon?
Do you not have poor laws in your country?
We do indeed, to uphold.
So
the
would you
poor.
not be
However,
within that as well? Would you
we
not
have
be a socialist too?
No, we have strong. We have strong anti-socialist programs. Our police are well
But a poor law
armed
is a
and
socialist
ready
program.
to fight.
No, a poor law is not socialist. A poor law is like
Out of RP,
It's
I
more
know
or
what
less-
these are. Hastening. It's not. It's not an out of
Yeah,
RP thing here.
We would like to remark that suppressing the
Excuse me?
socialists would be equal to suppressing your people's wishes, would it not?
Excuse me.
Australia, you may speak, of course. What is?
No, I need to speak to the British delegate privately for a moment. Mr. Britain, please come over.
Yes. We cannot come at this time. We shall have our secretaries exchange letters, though.
Okay, so.
Going back on topic, did the Dutch not just support the United Belgian States, which has in their government a trade union led by an anarchist? If the Dutch government truly believes that they are the vanguard against all forms of socialism, then why are they supporting socialist governments?
I believe
we have taken measures. We have taken measures to rectify that. We are waiting on cooperation from the true Belgian government, which is the intelligentsia.
I'd also remind everyone here that the British currently have trade unions in their government. Do the Dutch wish to ban them from being involved?
As we have for over a century.
The Dutch have not had any friendly relations with the British, and so cannot claim to be supporting them or their trade unions.
What of the Kingdom of Portugal, who has social democrats within their government as well?
Social democrats are a different breed, however. The King of Portugal is a staunch anti-socialist, and we are more allied to the king than
What about the great communist Native American uprising? What of them? That's a real thing in the game right now.
We believe that Teddy Roosevelt and the new American government should crush them with all the fury of any anti-socialist in their endeavor to crush the communist forces in North America. By and large, the Dutch position is that the only way a wider version of the Congress of Vienna to across the world could work is if there was protections to enable socialists to not be able to take such privileged positions of power such as the ones we've had.
So Great Britain would like to posit that suppression of socialists.
Yes, I will pass, and then you will surrender it.
Yep, capitulating.
Yeah, cool. Yes, I will change back, multiplayer, I will change nation.
Alright, cool, we're good.
Yeah. And you're on Germany as well, so I hope you never had the AI delete things this time.
We'll see, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'll start. Are you in Germany? Yes, good.
I lost all my trade routes again. God damn it.
Okay, out of RP, everyone export oil to Germany.
No, it's fine. We'll deal with
it. Germany, if you have money, could you bail me out?
I'm losing 1.5 million again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost bankrupting.
The Ottomans are willing to bail you out.
Okay, Russia does so as well on Germany's behalf. Yes. I think. Okay, I don't want to RP the point too much, but Russia would deny the demand to have a democratic regime because we have landed voting.
Well, the Congress of Vienna system is not an option. I mean, at least for us, we're not going to appease a system of empire building like this. I mean, Germany.
I think we have had much debate about the issue, and that a matter of voting on this issue is more pertinent for all parties here.
Okay. What proposals are on the table? Is it for all nations in the world with a vote based on population, or vote based on economy, or vote based on military, or what sort of sorting mechanism is proposed?
The Ottomans would propose a compromise of systems between worrying about smaller powers having an outsized say and larger powers dominating the landscape. Perhaps a simple system of great powers having 3 votes, major powers having 2, and minor and lesser powers having 1 would be a simple way of compromising that.
That would give such unequal voting rights to the people and representation of the people, it would be tyrannical by nature to the extreme.
Yeah, by giving so much power to the masses, we risk a tragedy of the commons.
I wonder if the trade unions that make up your government would agree with that.
We believe they would. The Queen has led us into a golden age, and we do not see a reason to throw it away.
It's not Britain ruled by its prime minister.
Yes, but who gives the prime minister power to form a government?
The people.
The Queen. Without the Queen's consent, no government can be formed.
It is much the same in Siam.
Okay.
Besides, would you rather have socialists in power or fascists in power?
Fascism is a fringe ideology that has barely existed at all. It's a fad. It won't go anywhere.
Fascism exists in the UK. It was brought to us by the Italians. And infests our shores still.
Well, it sounds like you certainly need to get your people under control.
But we have them under control. That's why we have the Queen.
So it's not an issue then?
Exactly. So why should we give up the Queen?
The Dutch would also like to bring attention the major communist nation within Europe, the one that has overthrown the monarchy and through pure luck we managed to save the royal family who are set up in Portugal with a government of exile. However, we do need to decide what Europe's stance is on this. Europe. We did not in the times of Napoleon and the French Revolution. The European powers did not stand by and allow that revolution to take hold. Even when it swept across the continent, the powers fought back and eventually won.
Which nation are you speaking of here?
The communists, the Spanish, the People's Republic of Spain. They have violently overthrown their.
And they have colonies.
They've enforced a communist rule across the nation.
Just to reiterate, though, their government does have voting rights. That the people there are not under some authoritarian rule. They have the right to vote and choose their leadership. Is there a delegate from the Spanish here? I mean, can we get a confirmation as to whether or not there will be an election there?
Yes, there most certainly is elections in our glorious republic.
The Batavian Republic does not trust such lies. A communist nation may spread platitudes about elections and democracy, however, they do not truly hold democracy.
That is outrageous slandering by a government which fundamentally opposes us.
They have a liberal economy, one where trade is still allowed. As far as I'm aware, private ownership is still allowed, unless I'm mistaken here. What exactly do you have a problem with the Spanish government at present?
I believe private property is not allowed. They have enforced council republic. So
there is a council republic, but there'll be elections, and if the people disagree with that system, it will be changed. That's, I mean, how government works when you have elected officials.
The socialist menace took control by force. They may say they have elections. They may say they're free and open. Socialists lie about such things.
To iterate, they don't have any private property. It's all run by worker collectives.
Worker collectives don't mean that they can't own private property. It's just mean the means of production, obviously, within their businesses are shared. Those are two separate things. Germany would just like the Republic of
fundamentally-
Germany wants to make it very clear that we agree that any government that institutes rule without the authority of its people needs to be dealt with and something needs to be done. But that's not the case here with Spain.
We would also like to point out that the Dutch, which are accusing us of oppressing our citizens, have a militarized police force, while we do not equip our police.
I think if we keep criticizing each other's nations, we'll get nowhere.
We agree with the British on this completely.
The Russians that try to not have people realize that it's still an empire. Would also
Everyone knows what the Russians are.
Well, the Dutch are they were outraged by this complete inaction against the socialist menace in Europe. The progression of socialism in the world is just going to continue until everyone is beheaded and the socialists are running the world into the ground, it seems.
I do agree with the Spanish on this. It's not the Spanish who have a police force that routinely forces its population into subservience.
The people of Batavia are free and happy to live as they please, as long as they are not socialist. We accept all creeds.
Regardless, we're
except-
not hearing any major agreement here. So I mean, if it is rather unfortunate. I mean, Germany wishes to make it very clear that we do not wish to follow the authority of the Congress of Vienna anymore and will not support that system. We call upon the nations here to make a new one, but there's quite a lot of disagreement. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose no system is better than a bad one.
I think you're asking the Council of Europe if it wishes to dissolve itself, and I think the answer
The
is
Federal
no.
Republic of Germany puts a motion to the table, which is the dissolving of the Congress of Vienna.
The Batavian Republic votes categorically no on that.
What does the United Kingdom vote?
United Kingdom votes conditionally no without the, but votes in support of forming a new body to replace it.
So yes, in essence.
No,
That would involve getting rid of the Congress of Vienna.
Yes, but not getting rid of it now. Getting rid of it once a new...
A pathway, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it needs an alternative to be formed before it wishes to absolve this body. Okay. I think, I don't want to RP too much, but Russia doesn't like this.
Yeah, they vote against it, yeah, definitely.
However, may I remind this Congress for what it has gathered? That was the recognition of Siam.
Oh yeah,
Still have
let's do a vote on that.
A clear reaction on that.
Yes, and our
Yeah.
response was recognizing Australia and India as well.
Yes. Okay. To reiterate, the rules
I would be
now,
in favor of that.
like allowing them to be recognized is going to allow them to be more modernized, have better military tech.
Yeah, I'm holding
and
myself back now.
it's more or less seeing them as an equal, like European power, more or less. So it's quite radical. It's not something benign. It's quite radical. It's more or less seeing Siam as you see France or Russia.
For example, also out of RP in the next rule set, like when you get recognized, they get access to all the military equipment without like barriers like they'd get outside of it. So you're basically like giving them access to all of like the modern Western conveniences and respect and etc.
So
Yeah, I
it
just
is
went through
radical.
the
It's
rules
not.
and all
Yeah.
that, and I had to put a lot down.
I'm applying this as well. So if you're not recognized, you will be like 10 years behind for military tax usually.
I assume that India and Australia would just be grandfathered in.
India would not, I think, but Australia would.
Okay, then we would like to make India recognized in the same way.
We would not. I think it was denied because it is your protectorate. So.
We have to do a vote on it. I mean, that's the thing, right? So, okay, so for Siam, did we pass that, or is there more people to vote? Here?
We need to have a roll call. Like, did.
Okay, do the roll call.
Well, most of the trade powers
Siam is not here. So the Batavian Republic.
We support this motion.
The United Kingdom.
We reject this motion.
the Ottoman Empire.
We support this motion.
Australia.
We reject this motion.
So you have 2 reject. That is UK and Australia, and then I think this mission passes. Russia is not counted. Maybe it's France. Oh, then it passes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are recognized. You may use squad inventory.
Also, this means I get recognized in game, right?
Yeah, you start a diplomatic play with us, and we'll give it to you.
Well, you can do the ask ally for recognition play, right?
Yep.
Did we?
Exactly.
Well, first I need to stop being a Dominion, because we did have to fix the market.
Yeah, we'll have to. I mean, we only got 30 minutes left of the
that.
game, so we can just do
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. God. Are people fine with me giving back the money, because I've just forgiven people's debts left, right, and center here?
Yeah, I've been trying to fix it, my economy as best as I can, but
I'm finally stabilized again.
Oh god.
yeah, I only start getting productive again when Germany starts getting productive again.
I'm just waiting on the oil again. Same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Ottomans trying to export it to them.
I already got the routes. It's literally just I have to wait for them to tick up.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not.
It's on 1.6. It's on 2.4k right now. Both export and import routes. 2.8k. So it's quite a bit. Well, I think the chair will say that if there's no more issues on the board, this session is recognized as finished. Does any nation have any more proposals? Also, Portugal, this is still the Council of Europe, so you need a major power to.
I'll sponsor them to come up and speak.
We only wanted to speak when Portugal was mentioned.
Of course. So, yep. Gentlemen, you may return to your chambers.
All right, so out of RP, we are now a socialist republic. So let me go over the RP of what's happened really briefly, because there's been a bunch of game mechanics, stupid shit that's happened. We had 2 revolutions. We had a revolution, counter-revolution. They didn't really make any sense.
Kaiser.
Yes.
Hello. Just to check, can you invite me to your customs union or not?
No, we are not cordial. I'll improve relations.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'll just have to wait then. Okay, thank you.
Of course. So out of RP, what has basically happened is, putting all the bullshit aside, what happened was, obviously, again, the socialists and the communists, they won the vote dramatically. I don't know.
Sorry, I've returned.
Yep.
Could I become your protectorate? That will get me into your market.
You can if you'd like to. We can save it that out afterwards if you needed your economy to be stabilized.
Yeah, I'm pretty much bankrupt every 5 seconds right now, so I'm hoping to fix it.
Cool. I'll just offer that then. I think you have to request it, though.
Yeah, I've requested it. You should have had it.
Okay. Should be good. All right, cool. You're in. Yeah. So again, after that happened, it was a landslide victory. I want to reiterate that. Like, the communists and the socialists, I think, got well over 70%. I'll have to go back and look. It was a lot. So what happened is just like with overwhelming opposition to them, there was really no choice but for the Kaiser and the conservative government to step down. They had part of the military loyal, but with the scope of how many people supported those guys, they knew that there was no other option. So RP-wise, what happened is the Kaiser stepped down, and he was treated good. What I want to roleplay is basically the socialists with the majority in control. They caucused with the communists, but the SDP is essentially in control, right? The old school one. And as such, the Kaiser was allowed to retain his title in name only. Like, that's it. And was given like one of his states to retain, and it was like basically forced into retirement. He has no power now. So we're entirely like a federal republic. This is like the Weimar Republic, right? This is a constitutional republic. We currently have the industrialist intelligentsia in power. I'd love to get the other parties in power here, but we've gotten kind of fucked by these civil wars, so we're kind of stuck here. As such, we're just implementing across the board reforms. So with the suffrage, we have that again, universal suffrage, presidential republic. We're going multiculturalism, and we'll probably go to public healthcare here very soon too. So this is a republic Germany, dramatic change in a short period of time. I want to do an RP. No war happened. There was not a shot fired. Probably some pretty violent protests and things like that, but it was kind of just like a thing that was like, it was one of those movements that was just so powerful, there was nothing that the authorities could do to really go against it, so there was just, you know, radical change. So from here on out, I will obviously be role-playing a very socialist country. I was advocating for that in that meeting. Our foreign policy is getting thrown out the window, right? We're a dramatically different government, so from here on out, we're a socialist republic, so a lot of our old alliances and systems are going to go away very quickly. So just a bit of background. I know this has been chaotic to watch. I do apologize. It's Vicky 3. Until it gets stable, this is just how this stuff is going to be. So, all right. Hello there, Ambassador.
Greetings to the German Chancellor, if I'm not mistaken.
Present. I'm Gunther von Horstein. What can I do for you?
It is hard currently to keep up with the constant governmental changes in Germany. But we are here from Lisbon to talk about the possible purchase of some African colonies from Germany, namely the Katanga region and the former Portuguese state of Zanzibar.
No, at this time, the Federal Republic of Germany will be abandoning its colonial policies and the capacity of exploitative systems, but we too intend to, as they have been given even in the past, full state rights and full citizenship rights. Our government doesn't have the right to just sell people and sell states from our current governmental system. So no, we are not able, nor are we willing to sell any states there, nor will we do any other expansion in the region.
We are very, very sad to hear that, and also the Kingdom of Portugal want to declare before the representative of Germany that we are not supportive towards any socialist or communist regime.
Nor are we supportive of exploitative monarchy systems like you have. We're glad to see that you have trade unionists in power in your country, and we hope that through meaningful reform, we will see them install a proper constitutional and democratic system in your country. But we don't support executive power given to the hands of a few like your monarch. So it is the same to your own country. We do hope that you will see the error of your ways and reform in the future.
Well, if the new government of Germany would have studied the history of the Kingdom of Portugal, then you may know that we have a working constitution where the monarch is mostly a passive figure. He only have very, very limited rights. So it is.
They still have authority, and one individual does not, or should not have the authority to dictate any special power in your country. We're glad that you are a constitutional monarchy, and it's good to see, but the Republic of Germany is not a supporter of any forms of influence being given to one person like what we see in your country. So we hope to see that change, but we're not hostile to your country, to make it very clear. I mean, you have representation of the trade unions in your government, and as such, we are certainly still friendly to you, though. At least on our end.
Understood. Understood. Thank you for your time.
You as well. Can you recall Mark's dancing in the background out of happiness? Yeah. We're not communists, just to clarify. I want to RP out like socialist Germany, so we're going to go that route. Didn't expect things to go this way, but here we are. Alright. Hopefully we can get some of this fucking oil back. That'd be lovely. Yeah, let's go talk with Spain. They're the kind of government we'd really like. We'd actually be really fucking friendly towards the French right now, too, but there's no player, so.
Hello.
Hello there.
Would you like a word in private, Kaiser?
Yes, we would like to speak with the People's Republic of Spain.
Very well, I will make a channel.
It is very...
Hello there. It is good to speak with you, Chairman. If you can hear me.
Yes. Sorry, my Discord was being slow.
So let me change my name. Let me find my country's leader name. I said it was good to speak with you. This is a conversation long due.
Indeed.
Horstein. It seems to us that we are, in many ways, in a similar vein. My country, although it has elements of more radical communists, obviously, in our government, and we cooperate with them, as their voice should be heard, we are much more on the more socialist line of things here in Germany. We take things in a more measured approach. Regardless, yours is a nation who has seen the error of the old systems of empire that our country, ourselves, were responsible for generations, and
yes,
are looking to see changed. So we want to make it very clear that your government is, in our eyes, one which we very much wish to see do well. And we wish to ask if there's anything that we can do to help you. I've already proposed a trade agreement to you, of course, and wish to see if there's anything else we can do to help your country.
Out of RP, I'm kind of in a debt spiral.
Oh, fuck. Can you stabilize at all?
If you pay off my debt, yes. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, I can do that. I balanced finally, so the economy is growing again.
Thank you.
This game has just got so much of people paying off each other's debt at this point. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But okay, we're happy to pay off your debt, and we'll continue to support you. Is there any goods that we can export? Anything we can do to help your economy, the workers of the People's Republic?
No, not in particular. I don't think. Let me double check that with my economic advisor. Yes, we have heard of this thing called an automobile. If you have them.
Oh, we have many German cars. We have a company known as Volkswagen, which has been an up and coming business that we've produced very high quality automobiles, some of the best in the world, manufactured by good and franchise safe workers here in Germany. We'd be happy to export some of those to you if you'd like.
Yes, we would love to try.
Wonderful. Well, let me go ahead and look through the logbook here. I'll have to call up the trade union leader from over there. Have a chat with him here. Let's see here. Now, we do have a surplus of automobiles, actually. We'd be happy to begin exports to your country there.
Is there anything, I believe we have, yes, unfortunately, during the turmoil of our grab of power, we were unable to. Yes, most of our trade routes with you were cancelled. We are ready to start them up again, however.
Of course, and we've already opened up some of our routes. Is there any you'd like us to explicitly open to you right now? I'll begin those immediately.
Lead, if you have any to spare.
Oh, I think we're having a bit of troubles with that ourselves. Let me take a look here.
Lead as well as iron are our biggest issues right now.
Iron, we have a surplus. We can certainly help you out with that. We're going to make very little profit on it, but no matter for a fellow. Someone who sees eye to eye on many things. Let's see. And regarding lead, that we do have a deficit on. You'll have to find that elsewhere, I'm afraid. We have a massive surplus of glass, sulfur, silk, steel, explosives, and dye if you need any of those. Or steamers as well.
Sulfur, we just started import glass. We would very much appreciate if you could.
Glass, I will open a trade route to you immediately.
Yes,
yeah, so you can import quite a lot. Tell you what, we'll actually hold off on any other trade routes besides with our Mexican and Brazilian friends, and keep our trade routes flowing to the three of you as well.
Excellent. We are also interested, as we believe a customs union in the future would benefit both of our nations.
We're fully agreed. The free flowing of goods and people is something that government should not stand in the way of, so we fully would support something along those lines. It would require further talks, though, of course.
Yes, of course. We are also in the middle of stabilizing our economical situation still. As it appears the former government had grossly mismanaged the cost of military goods.
It is a very delicate balance, certainly.
Indeed. We will begin importing ammunition from you.
Very well. We do have a fairly large surplus of military goods, and if you need anything else at all, just send us a telegram, and we'll ensure that those goods get over to you as soon as possible. It's in our interest to have you do well. Anything we can do to help, we will do so.
Yes, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Ambassador.
Maxwell, you want to hop in another VC if you're here to speak with me?
I was just sitting here because I don't have a hub pastings in my hub.
Oh. Tell him to get out of your fucking land. Take your land back, brother.
I must.
The Imperialists. I'm gonna go hop mine, GC. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what we can do to get this economy going again. We really need oil. Can we build any more oil plants by chance? No, we cannot. Lead we do need. Let's make some of that ourselves. We'll do some in the Rhineland. We have a fuck ton of workers we can utilize right now as well. A lot of them need to fill up our other buildings, but that's fine. Let's work on coffee. Just max out coffee exports here. Who are the Swiss communists? Yeah, the Swiss are fully communist. My game will load. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, they're completely communist. The flag kind of gives it away, doesn't it? They're really fucking weak. Their economy is in fucking tatters. Like, at this point, I'd love to propose them joining our union, but there's no way they will accept it. Not cordial. We'll improve relations. Try and get them into our own pact here. The Republic, too. Let's improve relations with them. Alright, we need to have a talk with the Mexicans and the Brazilians, actually. They're our strongest allies, but they're both empires, and as a socialist government, we wouldn't really want to cooperate with them in their present form, so that needs to be a talk. Given Brazil's not here, that's going to be a bit difficult, but that's fine. God damn. Socialist Germany. I didn't expect to end there, I'm going to be honest. That wasn't in my bingo card of crazy shit that'll happen to Germany this game, but here we are. Like, honestly. Fuck.
Okay.
I love you. I love you.
Thumbs up.
Hello there. This is a bad time?
Hello, Jimmy.
Nothing.
Well, we're here to speak with the British government.
Yes, you are among family members.
Wonderful, good. That's good to see. We'd just like to say that in the past, the German Empire was a nation in many ways very hostile to yours. We've gone through piles of documents here planning all sorts of unnecessary and extremist actions in the past, and we want to make it very clear to your government. I'm a representative from President Horstein to make it very clear to the United Kingdom that we now view you as a nation that we very much wish to work with going forward. The representation of trade unionists and workers in your government has gone a long way. The monarchy is unfortunate, but we understand it's an important part of your country and obviously fully support that. So we wanted to make it very clear to you that the foreign policy of Germany has shifted very much in that capacity, and we do hope to have a cooling of relations and be able to support another country that see things in a more democratic light.
We do appreciate this. If you may share with us a secret, the British were the first people to kill their king.
You were, I suppose. I mean, many periods of history has done that, but yes, you did. You still have the monarchy, but you have a long history of representation from your people and your workers, and that's something we certainly respect here in the Republic.
Yes. And I would have you know that any Germans that wish to return back to the homeland will be freely allowed to without harassment.
Of course. The Republic of Germany does not put any constraints on border movements. Anyone may enter, anyone may leave if they wish, so if they wish to, that is their prerogative.
Yes.
We hope it's a similar case for the United Kingdom, as I'm sure a government with the trade unionists would not wish to stand in the way of the free movement of peoples.
Yes, this is true.
Good. That's great to hear. Anyway, we're not here seeking anything in particular. My president and my government wanted to make you very aware of that situation, and we look forward to hopefully cooperating.
We look forward to cooperating with you as well.
Thank you for your time. All right. We would work with France too at this point, but they're not here. Russia, we're going to be hostile to, though, not going to lie. That being said, he's helped us out tremendously, so we're not going to do anything against him, but generally speaking. The Swiss are like the world's North Korea. Yeah, pretty much. That'd be a good way to put it, I'd say. It's a good way. What happened to Austro-Hungary? Oh, man. Collapse? Just total and utter collapse? I suppose would be the way to put it. He had a rough game. Damn, standard of living. Why is our standard of living so low? We must have expensive goods somewhere. Now, we need more oil. That's part of it, but... Export more of our steel.
Mexico is now getting Spained.
Are you? Yeah, you're an
5
empire.
million
Everyone's multiculturalist.
5 million people.
Oh
But
my
just
god,
went to
really?
England.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ, yeah. It really is game ruining in the late game.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on Saturday. We gotta kill multiculturalism in every, not every way, but we gotta. It's just fucking broken.
My only way out is I'm trying to prevent a communist revolution.
You gotta reform. It's the only way. I mean, I think the Republic of Germany would certainly be in contact with any elements in your country that are against your present government. So, you know.
You should tell them to get a little angrier.
I could straight up just start a fucking regime change play on you, but that'd start a world war, so. Yeah. And plus, I'm not a militaristic republic, so it doesn't make sense.
No. No. Down 100 billion GDP in 3 months.
Relations with the Ottoman Empire would be very bad. They're militarists, industrialists. They're a militarized super state. Very dangerous. We would be very hostile to them. I mean, do they even have voting laws? They do have voting laws, but they're a monarchy. And I mean, with the military in charge, it's a military government, right? So, this government is so weird. This does not check. Women's suffrage. Yeah, but, no. Practically, we'd be against them. They're a militarist power, which we're not for. We're not pacifist, but we're not militaristic. What else do I fucking need to do here? What's our goods looking like? Are we really just not producing enough? God damn, we're actually just not producing enough. It is going up, it's just fucking slow. Let me just check one more time, make sure this actually goes up. What's the plans with Italy? It's not involve itself. There's no player on Italy, so there's really like not much that can be done there, to be honest. Check this one more time. Yeah, it is going up. Okay. Let's work on radius. Or exporting so fucking many. God damn. Electronics industry in the German Republic. Just like in real life and real history. That's wild. Let's build a mass electronics industry in Berlin. Huge. We'll export all of that. Luxury clothing we need. Let's mass produce more. What really cheap good do we need more of? Clothing and groceries. We'll work on groceries. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And then clothing. There we go. The thought, the word, and the ideal. Those who seek to think boldly and freely are increasingly finding Germany to be one of the safest places to explore their ideas. Open arms, nice. When you get our standard of living up, then we're going to be very fucking attractive. Yep, come one, come all. We're getting the multiculturalism events now at this point. Go ahead and boost our social security as well. God damn, our economy is doing well again, though. Look at that. Let's get rid of our consumption taxes. Let's decrease taxation. Let's increase governmental wages. Decrease taxes and overtime. There we go. Export paper. We actually have a surplus of art. I'm going to hold on to that because as soon as we actually get our quality of life to go up again, we're going to need a lot of that art to get like the really upper echelons of standard of living. So I am going to hang on to that. Buy any oil we can get our fucking hands on here. Anything. If it's black and tarry and can make a vehicle move, we fucking want it. It's that simple. Portif from the British. Dies from the Qing. Wine from the Hungarians. I'm gonna coin the expression getting Spain from now on, Ham. Fuck. I mean, yeah, it fits. That was brutal. We gotta kill multiculturalism average paradox player. I'm all for it, but like, practically, my god, it's 1898. Heroin technically fits these criterias. Why is our prestige so fucking low? Our rank really dropped. I'm trying to figure out why that was. Well, it's our economy primarily. Standard of living is just dead too. But we're getting, yeah, population exodus. Let's make more export routes. Massive die surpluses. Are we importing it? I bet we are. Yeah, we are. We're gonna cut off our imports from the Dutch. Cool, we need 14,000 more. Who are we exporting to? We're gonna cut off our exports to the Dutch. Rubber, we're fine on rubber. Hardwood, we need another 1,000. We'll have to make that ourselves.
Hello.
Hello there, Ambassador.
Good day. Well, this is a joyous occasion, is it not? Siam being recognized as a power.
Yes, of course. Your country is grand in scope, and we're glad to see you have come to this point. It's very good to see.
Indeed, indeed. Out of RP, how do we do this? Do I now ask for independence, seeing as
if you ask, we're literally just gonna say yes.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
understand,
we're the Republic now. If you want to leave, we're not even gonna try and stop you. So.
Oh.
Like, it's a case of we try and renegotiate with you. We'd be like, you know, our
Yeah.
markets both benefit. Whatever you want, you can have it, really. But, like, if you want to leave, that's your prerogative.
Yeah, the problem is, I don't think I can join another market and make a profit.
No, the free trade system that we have is like there's
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm
if you want
then
that, you have to
doing that.
stay. If you don't, you can't.
No,
Your
but
economy will
the
suffer.
thing is, why I'm asking is now because I'm in Dominion or
I'll just
subject.
release you. I can do that if you want.
Yeah, exactly. And then
You won't be able to
join
come
the
back into my
custom
market
unions.
if I do that. Just a heads up.
I know. So then you can recognize me, I believe, and then I can join your custom unions again.
Oh, actually, that might work. Let's try it. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, actually can. Yeah. Start the play real quick.
To what? Join custom
Recognition.
unions? I can't do that right now.
How come?
I haven't a clue. I don't see it anywhere.
Go to diplomatic lens and click on diplomatic. I think it's actions.
Yeah. Diplomatic actions.
Ask ally for recognition. Oh, we need to be allies though.
Yeah.
I'll form an alliance with you real quick and then ask. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. This is the revolutionary leader of the communist Mexican party. We are asking for German military support in order to overthrow the old regime of Mexico, who has for far too long ignored the political will of his people and mismanaged the economy.
Of course. Let me make sure I'm going into the right one. Revolutionary Mexico is the one you are, right?
Yes.
Okay. We will honor your request and help to bring enfranchisement to the people of Mexico. Do you expect a large war here?
It's weird because I have all this land, but they have like way more. Oh, I think it's just because Brazil is why they have so many more troops. So I think I should be okay, depending on if Brazil sends troops.
Gotcha.
Like AI Brazil, yeah.
I still can't ask you for recognition.
What does it say when you mouse over it?
Nothing. Ask ally for recognition, no available choices, so I click it anyway and try to click your nation. And it doesn't say anything. If they accept, Kingdom of Siam becomes colonial.
That's not right. Oh, because we need to have friendly relations.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll suffer through this for a bit.
I'll improve relations with you.
Yeah.
Let's do literally everything we can. I'll send you a trade agreement. That'll help. I'll bankroll you. No, I won't actually need my money.
Yeah. Sorry, did not mean to pause.
You can do a customs union too. It should still work that way.
No, because if I'm in your custom unions, you can't grant me recognition. The game doesn't allow that for some reason.
Sounds good. Just ignore that then.
Yeah.
It'll get there pretty quick then. Just let me know what's friendly, make the request, and I'll give it to you.
Okay. After that, I'll be joining your custom unions directly again.
We have a question for the Germans.
What can we do for you?
We would like to formally have an alliance with you.
As another revolutionary state that obviously protects the interests of the worker, we have no problem at all with that.
Excellent. We shall create the paperwork right away. Out of RP, I'm probably gonna make a document during the week.
Sounds good. I'll work on that with you. I'm gonna do an RP post this week, and it's gonna be calling for